Fuck that house now. I'm back. To the top, I'ma make it. Niggas just can't take it. To the top, I'ma make 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 it.
User, what's good, y'all? What's good? We back. It's Nets Kingdom.
I need more beer. I
got Saint, aka Mr. Beerman. I got Jew with me. Yo, this was a win. You know. All we gotta say is a win's a win after tonight. But make sure you hit that like button. I'm gonna shout out to chat real quick. Then we're gonna break down the game and get into it. Shout out Rage and Chubbs. Rages and Chubbs are at the game right now, so shout out to them.
Rage is there.
Yeah, he's there.
Rage and Chubbs both went to the game. I think Rage was only supposed to go to, one game, the Bucks game, and I guess he set it up where he's going. He went to
he flew to New York.
Yeah, him and his mom.
He drove.
No, him and his mom went on a little vacay there.
Yeah, he did a road. He did the road trip.
Yeah,
he drove from Michigan to New York. Shout out Shift God. What's good, bro? He said I live in Detroit. You know them Pistons fans. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I wish Rage will tell us about Detroit. You know how he is. Emmanuel was good. BX Monster. John Connor was good. EJ Ugly was good. WTM, what's up? Georges, hey, what's up, Georges? ASAP Gucci. Kobe Bean. Bryant, what's up? Todd Packer, hey, what's up? Brooklyn S11, yo. And Lenny Beeson, what's up? Usable Fiber, hey. Vamps Hill, hey, Vamps Hill. Joey SP, yo. Krill, Lando, what's good? Mr. Governor, yo. Yeah, Next Nation. Yeah, hit that like button first, y'all. Please hit that like button.
Your mic doing something a little funky.
Oh, it's cutting out. Let me know if it's cutting out.
It's not cutting out. It's just making a little like. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I gotta get a new mic. Johan Deeser, what's up? And Prime AXL, what's up? Yeah. So again, this game was just frustrating, man. Like, I really couldn't believe we were in a close game with the Detroit Pistons. It just blows my mind. They shot 60% in the first quarter from three. Like, this is only against the Nets. Against the Nets.
Bad defensive night, though.
Only against the Nets. One of the worst shooting teams in the NBA shoots 60% from three in the first quarter. Only against the Nets, bro. You can't make this stuff up. Like, Isaiah Stewart was hitting 2 threes in a row. It was really bad early on. So the first quarter ended. It was 35-33. Cade had 13 points. Cade actually started off pretty hot. Kyrie had 7. Kyrie made that first 3. The defense wasn't good. The Pistons had 11 fast break points, and again, they shot 60% from 3. We saw Nash go with Katie, Mills, Dragon, Kess, and Clax in that second quarter. But we saw the Pistons make a run. Again, it was just too many open threes. We were letting up in that second quarter. It was kind of similar to the Charlotte Hornets game. It was just not good, from the perimeter defense. And we lacked that energy. And we had way too many turnovers in that first half. 10 turnovers in that first half, and they were scoring off our turnovers, So we trailed at halftime 64-58. Cade and Kyrie combined for 33 points. Cade, I think Cade went down. Oh, he was questionable. I think he had a contusion at halftime. And then third quarter came, and that's where we turned it up. We saw Cade go off a little bit. Bruce Brown, we got to shout out Bruce. I'm a shooter Brown. Was just incredible. Like, I think he had
Somebody that corner.
Hey, do you want me to, here? Let me put up the stats.
Yeah, that corner.
Let me put up the stats. Put up the stats, and we'll.
Bruce in that third quarter, bro.
Chubbs is here.
Chubbs is here
at the Clays. He says it's a brick outside.
Oh, he's okay. He's at the Clays. I'll be wondering, like, how did Chubbs get here so fast?
So let's see here. KD 4 for 23. 4 for. There we go. 4 for 6 from 3. I mean, again, KD. No, actually, we had 6 guys in double figures. That's good scoring wise.
Yeah.
9 for 9 free throws, 11 rebounds. Damn, KD was doing it all tonight.
Yeah,
3
KD
blocks,
was incredible
steal,
tonight. KD was
41. Bruce Brown, 4 for 5, 3 from 3. Holy shit! I didn't even see that.
That third quarter was key though. Like I said, Bruce in that third quarter, he had 15. I think 3 threes in that fourth quarter. He was incredible for us. Drummond was good in that third quarter also, but that kind of spurred us. Bruce's threes kind of spurred us to take the lead in that third quarter. Now the fourth quarter came and KD was sitting. Nash started to put KD on the bench in the fourth quarter and went with the Kyrie for the fourth quarter, beginning of that fourth quarter. Then let me look at that play-by-play of the fourth quarter. So Kyrie entered the game. Nick Claxton, I want to shout out Nick Claxton too. Nick Claxton gave us great minutes this game too. He got in, and I liked his aggressiveness. He was scoring. He was getting offensive rebounds.
Yeah, the 4 rebounds, 2 defensive, 2 offensive.
Yeah, he was doing a great job on the perimeter switching. But it's like we still kind of gave up second chance points a lot this game. Like I just remember us giving up so many offensive. Like we weren't boxing out. We weren't running to the 3-point line and boxing out until the third quarter came. So that's when like the momentum changed with the Pistons. And so the fourth quarter came. It was a little bit back and forth. We saw James Johnson miss a couple shots. Well, he missed a shot. Cade got in at the 7-minute mark. It's 103-104. And then Seth Curry, I'm going to fast forward to like 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. It's 115-119. Mind you, it was tied.
He finally hitting those timely shots, man.
It was tied around 5 minutes. But we made a little run. Fourth quarter, Hacker Drummond. That's what I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Drummond, though. He hit 4 for 4, man.
Yeah, Dwayne Casey. Okay, so Dwayne Casey, middle of the fourth quarter, he was basically like, damn, I can't stop KD and Kyrie, so I'm just going to try to do Hacker Drummond. So he did Hacker Drummond for, 2 minutes? And it didn't work. It didn't work. Like, Drummond was hitting his free throws and he was pointing at Dwayne Casey, literally pointing at Dwayne Casey like, yo, keep doing Hacker Drummond. I'm going to hit these free throws. So that kind of gave us a couple it's weird. The Hacker Drummond got us up. Like it didn't really like affect us because Drummond was making those free throws, so we kind of got the lead. And then Seth hit that big shot at 2 minutes. When Seth hit that big shot at 2 minutes, then it kind of just we had the momentum after that. We saw Cade go crazy in the fourth quarter. But then the Nets just, we're
gonna have that JJ conversation, and we're probably gonna have Jay from BK come up. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that JJ.
We're gonna have. When Jay comes up here, we'll have the JJ conversation, bro. Because I mean, listen, I don't know if he's trolling us or is he trolling us? No, he's not trolling, bro. He means it. That like he does. What Jay is looking at is not showing up on the stat sheet, unfortunately. Yeah. But we'll get to that later. But shout out to Jelani. Appreciate the super chat. He said, I saw Brooklyn Nets cast. They stopped giving JJ fourth quarter minutes. I think no minutes period would be good. This game shows Bruce confidence, has clutch ability, KD, defensive, impeccable timing.
Yeah.
The way he said that, he said, I think no minutes period will be good. That's so funny.
Yo, KD in that third had a block party. I think it was a third or fourth. When he got in, it might have been the fourth. When he got in, it was a block party. He had like 4 straight blocks or something.
To give a preview, Jay from BK was saying that he played good defense on Cade, but I'm like, Cade's got 29. And then he's like, well, he's been hitting all these threes on KD. No, he keeps smoking KD, didn't say good defense. And it was happening, right? Like
he said the best defense on Cade Cunningham was by James Johnson tonight.
He also said that KD was getting cooked by Cade a little bit. He was.
In the fourth.
But I will say this, though. Like, and you can't just say it on the 3 because everybody on the team was allowing the Pistons to hit the 3. It wasn't just like one person. But we're going to have that conversation later with Jay when he comes up here. Love the guy. It should be a fun little
the chat is definitely not happy about JJ.
A lot of people are not happy. There's not many people on the team that are like, JJ, yes, like and see it.
To me, I didn't see the defense. For me, when he plays defense, he fouls. And then there was a possession, I think, in the fourth. Like we needed a rebound bad, and he just couldn't get a rebound. And then the one guy it led to like an open 3, and I was just
the thing about JJ though is he does have those games right where he like doesn't impact the stat line whatsoever, right? Like tonight, 14 minutes, 2 points, 1 assist, right? Like 0 impact on stat line. And I'm not saying he did this, but there are moments that JJ does do some hustle, like tips, plays, passes.
Yeah.
Like there's moments in games at right moments that he does chip in. But unfortunately, it's like if you're not paying attention, you don't see it. And the guy literally like always has the worst plus minus, right? Like he has his moments. I don't hate JJ. I just don't want to see him out there. Like I know he's a good guy and he's a great locker room guy, but he belongs at the back of the bench, you know?
The negative moves, like it's basically like he does do good stuff sometimes, but then he'll do 6 things that really aggravate me. So then that one thing that you did doesn't even really matter to me. Like I don't even remember it because you're doing like all this extra stuff. That's what
it's just moments. I mean, I get why he was there a lot of times during the season when people were hurt, COVID hit. I get it, and I understand too the other argument when people say, "Well, why not put Blake in? Why not put it?" And then people are like, "Well, he plays a different role." I get that too, but I just feel like Blake would have more to give. A lot more to give.
To me, that's what I was telling Jay this. I was like, I'd rather just play Kessler. We only have, 6 more games? We're not going to have Kessler in the playoffs. You're talking about just put JJ on ice until playoffs and just play Kessler. Because, like I said, if you want to he was talking about earlier, I think, in Spaces, if you want to talk about, like, giving JJ regular season minutes, like sucking up all the regular season minutes, like you can give that to Kessler because Kessler's not going to be here in the playoffs. So you might as well just give it to Kessler. He's a better wing defender.
You said put JJ on ice?
Put him on ice until the playoffs.
Put him in the igloo. Put him in the igloo, freeze him.
I mean, and the problem that present. I will say this though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gander. I'm taking a guess why we see JJ from Nash, because yes, JJ is faster than Blake. He's faster than LA. And yes, he can play better defense than Blake and LA. He can. Like, that is a legit thing. Unfortunately, until Ben gets on this team, I have a feeling we are not going to stop seeing JJ, even though we have Kessler. Yeah. I would much rather have Kessler, but it's like, it's that thing of like, are they really going to play a rookie in the playoffs?
No.
Are they really, is the NBA going to allow 2 ways to play in the playoffs? That's still a hope. The other thing is, are the Nets willing to sign to guarantee his contract now and lose that control yesterday?
Saying we heard what you said. I know you tried to correct me. We heard you say gander. We heard you say it. It's okay.
I don't care. But BX Monster, it's not that I'm trying to compare JJ to Blake. People keep saying, why are we seeing JJ put in Blake? Why are we seeing JJ put in LA? I'm just making the point of some things. Yeah. We know Kessler is 10 times better. That's what I just was saying. We want to see Kessler. We all do. But there's reasons why they may or may not put him in.
Yeah.
It's just facts. As much as we all want it.
Yeah. Like I said, to me, I think we should just put Kessler in while we have him. Because we don't know. Yeah. The NBA might. I don't think the NBA is going to change the rule in how many games are left? 5, 6? I don't think the NBA is going to change the rule anytime soon. So
no, I mean, and I just don't see it exactly. I don't see it happening.
Like we might as well play Kessler while we have him, and then concern ourselves with JJ in the playoffs. But by that time, the playoffs come.
We only have 5 more games left, bro.
Yeah, concern ourselves with
5 more games, bro. That's great. No, 6. We have 6. Yeah, Bucks. We have the Bucks next. Hawks, Rockets, Knicks, and Cleveland, and we end the season with the Pacers.
Yeah. Let me read the super chats. Thank you, Jelani. He said, tomorrow I'll be rooting for Knicks, Raptors, and Mavericks for the first time to get a win. Let's see some improvements in these East standings. Shout out to you, Jelani. Thank you, bro. And
our 2 toughest remaining games, I don't even think
Bucks.
The Hawks could be a sneak, but the Hawks can be a sneaky team for us too.
Honestly, every game is
well, that's true.
After this game,
you're right. After what we watched an annihilation of Miami. And then we go to the next game, and it's like, what are we that's the frustrating thing about the Nets is how many times have we seen them go out, face the 76ers, face Miami, face the Bucks. We beat the teams we all want to beat, and then we go up against some scrub team or not scrub team, but a team that is definitely not up to the others' levels, and we underperform and we play down to, it's super frustrating because then you're like, well, which team am I really watching? Like,
bruh, this every game is like, I'm not even gonna be surprised. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like, I'm just gonna. We need to win every game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna underestimate any team because we look at the Pistons tonight. The worst shooting team in one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA shot 60% from
and we
three,
make them look amazing.
50% from three. Whatever
Who
it
we
was.
play next?
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
At home. So Thursday.
Did they win tonight? I
yeah. Okay. So Harden took a 3 last second.
Yeah.
Bricked it. What's his name? Embiid gets rebound, goes up. Giannis blocks it. People were trying to say it was a goaltending. It wasn't. He blocked it before it even hit the backboard. End game. Bucks won.
James Harden, bro, stop shooting in the fourth quarter, bro. You never been like that. You will never be like that. Stop
Harden.
Give it to
Harden.
Give it to Embiid if you want to win. Give it to Embiid.
We love to see the Philly pack being smoked. Shout out, Ray just sent me a picture of him and Chubbs.
That's all. See, that's bad. I'm happy that at least two of us have finally met. Julian. That's cool.
Shout out Maya B. JJ reminds me.
Send that picture to me on Discord, and I can put that shit up.
Send it to you on Discord. All right.
Yeah. Send me a DM, Discord and DM.
JJ reminds me of one of those clowns at the circus just running around and running into stuff.
That's so disrespectful.
Shout out Maya B.
That's so disrespectful.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. If you're joining us right now, we recap and we just beat the Pistons by 7. Cade was spectacular, 41 points, 11 rebounds, and Kyrie had 24 points.
Yeah, Kyrie been his last 3 games, bro. This game and the last 2 games.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Kyrie. Listen, I don't say he played bad, but you have noticed the last 3 games after his big game, he hasn't really been that effective. He's been still scoring decently, but like I can pull up the stats. Like he was 7 for 18 tonight, 24. Struggled a little bit, 4 for 8 from 3. Tonight was the better. Like if you look at the last 3 games, tonight was better. His better game of the last 3. He definitely hasn't been himself of the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So let me look at the last 2 games just to get a comparison. Our last game was what? Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, Sunday Kyrie shot for, let's see. That Charlotte game was an ugly Kyrie game. Yeah, he was 6 for 22, 1 for 9 from 3. That was a bad game. And I even think the one prior, I think the Charlotte one was definitely the worst out of all 3 of them. When was the last game prior to that we played?
It was Charlotte last game. And
Sunday, Saturday. And against the Heat, even though we blew the Heat.
No, the Heat is exception because he didn't really have to do anything.
He was 4 for, I know, but he was 4 for, I'm just saying, like, and he only had 11 points. He played 30 minutes and he was only 4 for 11. I don't know. It could, he's going, but see that, okay, Tony Montana just said it. I wonder, did it start yet? Has Ramadan started yet? It hasn't or has?
Yet. Okay. It's about to, but it hasn't yet.
I wonder, I wonder if he's doing that again this year. I'm curious to know because you saw an energy dip last year. I'm curious to know if he's doing Ramadan again this year.
The Charlotte game, he had no legs. Was it the Charlotte game?
He had no legs.
He had no legs the Charlotte game.
But he's had 3 games of arguably tonight was his best game out of the 3. But we tell Kyrie's not Muslim, but he still practiced Ramadan last year. Or he is or he isn't, but he still participated in Ramadan last year for the month.
I don't think he said publicly he's not, though.
But he hasn't said publicly he is or he isn't. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. If that's what he is, I appreciate more power to him. Like, I don't – that's a personal thing.
Well, Julia, do you know? Because Julia is the do you think he's –
Yeah, is Kyrie like president of Kyrie Nation?
The last time we talked on the phone, he had told me that he said he converted. He said he converted.
Oh, last time you were
last time he hit me up. And he said that
he be not gonna hold you. He be saying assalamu alaikum and
I think
he did practice Ramadan last year. So it's like if you don't be saying these, like why would you not be Muslim if you're not?
But he's also heavily into the Native American like culture and traditions. Like he practices that. He burns sage. He does.
Todd Packer said he's Muslim light. What is that? Shout out all my Muslims, by the way. Shout out all my Muslims.
Jews, stop.
Ramadan
Ramadan starts Friday.
He's Muslim.
No, but listen, I was curious if Ramadan had started because I know last year we saw his energy dip when he did practice it for the month, but he still came out there and played, and he did. Yeah, facts. Tony B. I think Kyrie's a spiritual guy, and he practices many things, which is what kind of how I do it. I'm an agnostic. I believe something is there. I just don't think anybody truly knows what it is. But with that being said, the last 3 games, Kyrie has kind of been off. Why that is, I don't know. Tonight was the better of the last 3 games.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about it.
I'm not concerned either.
I'm not concerned.
I think he's having a little. I seen somebody say, he's tired. I don't think he's tired. I think he's just having like a dip right now. I think
the last game he was definitely tired. The last game you could see.
Oh yeah.
He just gotta get that. You know, he gotta get that Clay's feeling.
This
Clay's like you guys. He hasn't played in the Clays the whole year, so it's like he's got to get that. You know, just used to playing at the Clays again. This is the second game
Shout
at the
out
Clays.
to Tony. So. I'm Muslim and got a lot of non-Muslim friends who do it. Facts.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, because it's a level of cleansing. I get it. There's other religions that have something kind of like it, so it's legit.
Shout out all the Muslims out there. Yeah, like I said, Kyrie to me tonight, like he didn't. He missed a couple layup bunnies, but to me he shot pretty well. Like he shot not too bad. He was
shooting good at first, but that 7 for what he had 7 for 18. That's horrible for him to his standards. That's like 40.
To his standards.
That's crazy because that's good for the average player because that's like 45% or 44.
So where I'm looking at the number, and this is where you can tell part of the struggles. Total rebounds, it was 40 to 41 for us. Assists. 28 to 24 for them. We had 6 blocks. They had 4. We had 9 steals. They had 11. We had 19 turnovers. They had 12. They had 56 points in the paint to our 36. So that shows you right there tonight's defense. Even though Drummond had 13 or so rebounds, Kyrie had 3 blocks. Clax played good, but it wasn't Clax's most strongest game inside as far as defense.
Yeah.
25 personal fouls to our 19. So there's a little bit of reason. They 3-pointers. We actually shot pretty decent, 53% from 3. Free throws, we were 91%. And we shot above 50% from the field goal. So I think to me, it's like scoring wasn't an issue for us tonight. We still put up 130 some odd points. So scoring wasn't the issue. It was strictly tonight's game was defense,
rebound,
communication. Yeah. One of our biggest issues that has been a continuous problem for this team for a while now is closing out on the 3, right? Like we constantly leave people wide open because of our switching. And that's the thing about our switching. If you see the team not communicate, like perfect example, look at the Heat game. You saw them make an adjustment within the first 5 minutes of that Heat game for defense when it came to switching and covering players and covering the 3. And the whole game, they communicated, kept closing out. It was beautiful. But then you fast forward, you look at a game like tonight or the other games or the game even before the Heat where we don't close out on these lower level teams and we take a team that is 27th or 28th, like somewhere in the 20s for shooting from 3s or from the field, not good at shooting, all of a sudden are looking like fucking a group full of Steph Curry's out there.
It's usually what happens against the Nets every time. Yeah, the worst teams come in here and they'll be bad. Like I said, you could tell that Nash kind of game planned the Nets to like sag off these guys because these guys don't shoot like that. Like Isaiah Stewart, he's 19%. Their game plan was, let's hedge out, but let's not close out too hard on the 3s because they're not a good 3-point shooting team. Halftime comes, they're shooting lights out. Then you see the Nets adjust third quarter, like, we actually have to guard these guys now because they're hitting lights out 3s. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
the name of the game was defense tonight. I don't have an issue with anything else that they did, with the exception of Nash subbing in JJ constantly. Yeah. I just had an issue with defense tonight. Communication on D again, and we struggle. Listen, somebody said it the other day, and it's so facts. And this is another reason why I think we struggle against some of these teams. think back to how many times we have faced a team that has tall guards, tall forwards, younger forward, like teams that are like taller individuals, mainly taller forwards, and their shooting guards are not small either. We struggle against.
Yeah.
You saw it against Charlotte. You see it against Detroit. Like, we do seem to struggle against those more active, younger, forward type lineups. And it's just that's a hard, and I think that's part of the reason why the Toronto Raptors are doing as well as they are. Like, look at that squad. Like,
these teams that are young,
yes, they're young and they have tall,
athletic,
active,
tall wing guys. Those teams really,
they're
really
tearing people. That's where the
Those
league's going.
Yeah, and we struggled early on because they had so many fast break points. The Pistons, we wouldn't get back in transition. You know, we wouldn't stop ball. Like, literally, guys would get it on the break and they would go right past our guys. No one's stopping ball. Somebody got to stop ball. That's the first thing in basketball. Stop ball first, and then rotate to your guys. So it's like we weren't doing that early on, and like you said, these athletic young teams come in here, hyped up because they want to beat Cade and Kyrie. Every team wants to beat the Nets because it's Cade and Kyrie.
Makes a statement, like
they come in here.
Makes a statement.
You can tell the games that we get up for. You can tell instantly, like that Philly game. Instantly, you can tell like Kyrie locking up hard and KD locked in. You can tell from the energy right away.
Do you think we play down? Do you think they?
Yeah.
Do you think
since last year?
A, do you think we play down? And B, do you think we don't respect, like, these guys? Maybe I wouldn't say just like not respect, but do you think they play down and don't kind of worry about them, and then they kind of get too lax, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Fuck, we got to turn it on."
Yeah.
It seems like that because you can tell, bro. You can tell by how we like saying you was talking about how we communicated last game and like how our defense looks. You can tell against the good teams versus the bad teams that like they're just not really. I don't want to say they don't care, but they're definitely not giving the full effort against the worst.
They play down. Yeah, they play down.
They play. That's been like that since last year.
Yeah. You could tell the games that the teams that are going to give us a problem, and the teams that the teams that kind of like have the stars, we play better against them than the teams that are just then they'll just a bunch of rookies and G League guys we'll struggle against. It's like the Blazers game. Remember the Blazers game when we were struggling with the Blazers?
And you know what? Nights like this too, where we have a game like this, and I gotta point it out. Like, even though the man is like, I barely ever find myself like saying anything slightly, I don't even want to say negative, but kind of like going, "Yo, KD, you got to improve this." But KD's passing of lately has been trash, bro. His passing's been a little rough. Yeah. Like,
he's forced it too much.
Oh yeah, he did have like 3 turnovers.
And I listen, and
how many has tonight? 3?
Something like that.
No.
I'd have to look. Let me see.
He had a lot recently. He's had a lot of turnovers. He's got to cut that down.
And it's been passing. I don't know.
He's a good passer. It's just that there's sometimes where he forces it. He forces it too much. Like,
exactly.
When he gets doubled, he kind of like panics sometimes when he gets doubled. Like when they rush a double at him.
Yeah, this is a better thing. Sometimes this is a better way to say it. Correct myself. Shout out to Joey BK86. Too lazy at times. I think he's just being like, it looks like a little careless, lazy kind of. I don't want to say. Well, yeah, and you could say Omar forcing it. I agree. That I've noticed lately, but outside of that, I got no beef with.
He was amazing tonight. He was amazing tonight.
And he's trying to be Isaac said he's fat. Shout out to Isaac. He's trying to be a facilitator, and I get it. It's sometimes
that's what we got going.
He's had to do it though.
Yeah, he's forced to do it because I said it's like
that's the only thing I miss about Harden. That's the only thing I miss about Harden is when Harden was actually not on his stupid get the ball at the top of the key and dribble for 25 minutes. Half of the shot clock. Yeah. When he actually like went up to move the ball and be a facilitator, that's when I loved Harden. Like last year, not even look at this year, but you look at last year when Harden was here, his facilitating was so much better, and you could tell the difference of how well it got the rest of the team. But this year, we're not even talking.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we realize like now that it's just Cade and Kyrie, like we don't really have a point guard.
Nope.
Because ever since that man left, right? It's like Katie and Kyrie are doing a lot more ISO on the perimeter.
Yep.
Before it was
better,
the ball's moving better.
Before, remember, it was like more of Katie getting to his spot first, and then he'll get fed the ball in the post, or coming off a screen and hit his mid range.
We were still ISOing a lot though.
Now it's like it's either ISO with Katie, or he's at the top of the key looking to do something, or it's Kyrie at the top or looking to do something like that.
The thing is, the ISO. Okay, so the ISO looked worse under Harden this year.
Yeah.
Because Harden was literally holding the ball for so much, right? Like, he held the ball way too much. So that this year it put an emphasis and really exposed like how much like, and then you had to go to ISO right after that. You had to go to KD and Kyrie on the ISO, and none of the other guys were getting plays. So as soon as you remove Harden out of that, ISO still remains, but the ball is moving better. And that's why you see Bruce Brown getting better. You see other players eating. And the ISO's not as bad because the ball is moving still quicker.
Yeah.
But like you said, to your point, this is where I'm glad we added.
It forces KD to be a playmaker.
Yes,
it forces KD to be a
Kyrie
playmaker.
and KD to be playmakers, which they can be, but it's not their strong suit, which is why you're going to see this. However, though, adding Dragon helped that. I will give it that. But what we really need is Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
As soon as Ben Simmons gets on this court healthy, his defense, his playmaking and passing ability, it's like you put Harden and you remove. I mean, shit.
I was gonna say that's the hole that's we're missing. That playmaker, facilitator.
Think about this though. What's that?
Y'all think y'all would really put him at the one you think the
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, it would be.
Personally,
Me
personally, I want Ben like being a facilitator to some degree because he's got ridiculous handles. He's got unbelievable ball like court vision. Go watch his highlights on his pass.
I know, but the drawback to me is not worth it because it would affect.
Well, what's the drawback? But let's talk about that. What's the drawback?
The refusal to shoot.
Yeah,
but he's afraid of
No, he refuses to shoot.
No, but listen.
Yes, he does.
No, but listen though. Listen,
but even if he played Ben at the 5, he's still gonna bring up the ball. He'll bring out the ball though, bro.
But think about this though, Drew. I get what you're saying, right? But think about this though. You're Ben Simmons, probably the best ball handler passer running the ball up.
Yeah.
And you look out in front of you and you're like, there's either Drummond or Clax down low. Then you look to your left and your right. You got KD and Kyrie. And then you also have Seth Curry.
Of course.
Why the fuck does he need to shoot?
But
right? Like, think about him dishing the ball off and cutting and fucking he'll shoot at times, but I'm just saying
but him coming here
to shoot.
Him coming here is like we're still primarily gonna be an ISO team, and I just feel like it strongly opens the door up to double Kyrie and KD, which teams will do. They will do that throughout the whole game.
I don't think they're going to do
it 4 shooters around.
If
you got 4 shooters with KD, if you got all shooters with Ben at the 5, you don't want to double KD and Kyrie because, like I said, you kick it out Seth, you kick it out or Kessler, or you kick it out.
They'll leave Ben.
Patty. You think they'll leave them open?
But that's my point. But that's my point, though. Like, I get what you're saying, Jew, but I don't think it's an extreme as you're like. Will that situation present itself at times in the game? Yes, I agree with you. There'll be moments where Ben will have to take an open shot. I'm not so worried about it as some people are because I do think he's been working on his shot. But at the same time, it's like you're talking about adding Ben Simmons and all like look at his strengths. And then you're talking about adding that to what we have. He didn't have that with the Philly. He didn't have a KD and a Kyrie. Yeah, he had a Seth Curry. He had an Embiid to some degree. But now you're talking about adding 3 to 4 shooters around him.
More if LaMarcus.
You don't want to take that away from him though, bro, because he's gifted at passing. He's a gifted playmaking. That's his thing. Like he's gifted passer. Bro.
That's his thing. But
Sorry to interrupt, and then we'll continue. Good. Shout out to E King. Toronto may expose a lot of I noticed that today. All of a sudden,
Toronto may expose
Celtics player. Oh, did you see that? Celtics players that were now all of a sudden are not playing.
Wait, so they have unvaxxed people on their team? I didn't know that.
Okay, so the word is and I don't know if it's true because I don't know the last time the Celtics went to Toronto and who played and who didn't play. I'd be interesting. But on ESPN, they talked about today that Tatum and some other people are not playing in the Raptors game, and they all think it's because potentially they're not vaccinated.
Oh, wow.
And if they're not, that could play because I think we're slowly getting away to have to facing Toronto to get
it's looking
into
more
the
Cleveland. I think we're going to play Cleveland.
Yeah, so
as the 7th seed. I think we're going to get
today
to the 7th
there
seed.
was a story about Toronto and the Celtics and these guys not playing there, and it possibly has to do with Tim Ryan says Brown is unvaxxed, but Tatum is vaxxed. I don't know. I think they're stretching it a little bit, but anyways, I mean, shout out to E King. Appreciate the super chat.
Appreciate it.
But the Ben thing, like I get what you're saying, man, but I don't think it's. I arguably think Ben is about to be in a better situation with us than he was in Philly. And I think and you can mask, if you want to say Ben's deficiencies, you can highly mask them with this squad.
And if you put Ben in that paint, like I said, he's going to like.
That's where I wanted him at.
That's what I'm saying. If you put Ben at the 5, he can still bring up the ball, and it's going to do good for Cade and Kyrie because they don't got to be a playmaker. He'll put Cade and Kyrie in their spots where they can come off screens and do all that, And then when Cade and Kyrie ISO, Ben's just going to have to be in that dunker spot or in the post. And if they double,
that's all I was worried
he's
about.
He's going to be wide open.
If we did it in a way where it wouldn't be a problem, I just don't want I just don't want nobody to,
Because we had the same issue with Bruce last year, though, bro. Yeah, Bruce was the same way last year.
But let's compare it to James Harden for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Arguably, could say that Ben could get close to this assist that Harden was putting out, right? If he winds up being a majority of the time facilitator, right, amongst those three when he's out there, so he's going to get high assists. He's going to get high, like good rebound total, right? More than Harden. He'll get steals more than Harden. Okay. Now you're telling me that somebody like Ben Simmons, what's Ben Simmons' career average from scoring?
Like 13,
14. I think
it's like
14.
13, 14. I mean, that's all you would need from him.
It might be 15.
It's like 13, 14.
I don't know.
Ben Simmons stats. Let's just find an average.
He's going to give you an automatic because, like, bro, he's unstoppable.
Last year he averaged, so he's been averaging anywhere between 16 to 14, like 17 to 14 for the last four years. He's been averaging damn near 8 rebounds a game for each season, 8 rebounds. He's been averaging anywhere from 7 to 8.5 assists per game. He's been averaging almost 2 steals a game. He's been averaging almost 1 block a game. So you add all that, right? And it's like you said, you're telling me that this guy, Ben, add all that to what we have already and these 2 individuals, that you add then potentially another 16, 17 points per game averaging along with what we have. And you're telling me also that he's probably going to have more of an opportunity to score and get set up. Like, I just think he fits better with what we need. Like, and that's the thing. We weren't expecting James. Right now, and we weren't expecting James Harden to give us 30 to 40 a game like he was. We just said, give us 25 a game, 20 to 25 a game. And
I'm not really
efficient. So, and he does so much more of the other stuff that we need that Harden wouldn't do. But I guarantee you, Ben is going to keep the ball moving better than Harden was. Even though Harden, in my opinion, has the potential to be the better ball mover.
Yeah.
He said read my message. I meant to send a super chat. Where's your message though?
What did he say? I want 120. Let's see.
I'll go look for it, man.
Oh, okay. I think this is what he meant to do. Appreciate you. Ben don't have to shoot. Appreciate you. We literally already have 2 to 3 bootleg Bens. Exactly. I've made that point. Bruce Brown, James Johnson on the court times already. Imagine Ben, who is 100 times better. Also, Ben does way too many things at a high level to worry.
Exactly. I'm not worried about him like scoring though. I'm just worried about the effect that it would, because like whether we like it or not, like we're still gonna ISO, and if we're gonna be an ISO team, Katie and Kyrie are our lifeline, right? If one of them are off, we could easily lose the game. So it's more so the effect. I just don't want them to get double because that can happen. That might happen, but it could work though. I would like him to be there. I just don't want it to have like a bad drawback.
Either way, you're gonna take a risk. Doubling KD or David doubling Kyrie when they're both on the floor, you're taking a risk because one of them's gonna be open.
And let me ask you this, Julian: Has Bruce Brown been a problem for us since Harden left?
I mean, Bruce Brown been shooting. That's why I'm going off.
But he's only been shooting from the corner, to be fair. Yeah. But outside of that, overall, has his game been an issue for us? Not being known for being a shooter, I'm
going off. See, if Ben comes here and he's different, then it wouldn't be an issue. But I'm saying, like, from what we last saw, he refuses to, which is a completely different thing. Because even if you shoot 15 from the three, there's still that level of threat. But he is somebody who, once again, this could change easily. But he's somebody they used to force him, like, bro, you have to shoot 1 3 a game. You have to, and he would refuse. I don't know if he doesn't have confidence in it, but that's a different thing than
you can't put that on him now because we don't know how he's gonna.
We don't know.
We don't know how. You can't like just say he's not gonna do it because we don't know.
I'm just anticipating.
And shout out to Crazy Cat Obbs. Appreciate Obbs, man. We played James Johnson with Bruce and Drummond or Clax. Ben with another non-shooter won't be a deterrent. Facts. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, like, you add a healthy Ben to this squad. And all the intangibles that come with him, even if you take into the consideration of what you're saying, Julian, it is not going to hinder or hurt Kyrie or KD. It is only going to make the team just that much more lethal because now you have one of the fastest guys in the NBA. You have one of the best ball handlers in the NBA. You also have a guy that can grab you double-digit rebounds. You have a guy that can get you close to double-digit assists per game. You have a guy that can take it to the rack with authority. He can play down in the paint.
Yeah, Ben's gonna be fine.
And he now has KD, Kyrie, Seth Curry, Patty Mills. I'll just throw Joe in there for the hell of it, right? Like, even to LaMarcus, even if he happens to be in there with LA, he has so many people that he can dish to that can make up shooting. It's just gonna be great. Like,
what about defense? You wouldn't want him. I would definitely want him at 4 or 5, like in the playoffs on defense.
Yeah, like, I mean, but how many times did we see LeBron James do the point forward thing? Why couldn't? I don't see why. I mean, because the beautiful thing, and this is my other thought too, is say you have Ben running the point as we'll just say we're going to play him at power forward. AJ, tell me if you think if I'm wrong with this, right? Say we play him at the 4 and he's with running Drummond? The ball up. No, whoever. I don't care who you got out there, right? I'm just saying, say you have him running the 4 or the 5. Like, think about what that pulls out of the other teams. Yeah, exactly, Joey BK. Think about what that does to the other team of having to guard him.
You gotta put somebody fast on him because you can't put a guard on him. Oh no, you can't put somebody that's his size because most guys are 6'10", 6'11", are not that fast as Ben. So you can't put like a 4. You can't put a power forward or 5 or a typical center on. You got to put like a guy that can guard him because he's gonna jet out of at that fast break. Bro.
So you're creating one of two things. You're creating a position if the other team decides to put their center or power forward on him. Yeah. Guess where they're going? Out of the paint. If he's bringing the ball up. 2. If they decide not to do that and they're like, gee, let me put a smaller guard or a different wing on him.
Yeah.
Ben's most likely you're creating
him in the post.
And you're creating a mismatch. So that and then you're telling me when you have that mismatch or you're now pulled those people out of the paint and you got somebody like Kyrie who can dribble between the whole team and have everybody guarding him and make it at the layup, now has an open lane. Or KD now has an open lane, I mean, I just see it working. Quite honestly,
he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about.
My only doubts were like, I think it'll be okay, but I was just saying I wanted him at 4 or 5. But
the thing is just getting him in there.
Yeah.
We don't even know if he's coming back. We talking about Ben like he's about to come back.
No, but I mean, it's the potential, right? But today Nash did say, for the people that have been asking for news, Nash did say that they haven't taken another MRI yet, and he hasn't been involved in any workouts like that.
Joanne already going on us. This panel's not talking reality.
No, we're talking about potentiality. We're not talking about.
Don't come at us, Joanne, because we were talking about Katie and Kyrie needing a point guard. That's what's our missing, kind of what we're missing, and that's how we got to the Ben. That's how we got to the Ben.
We were talking about KD's like lately of lethargic.
Both Katie and Kyrie turning. They have to play the playmaker facilitator guys now because
y'all made good points though. Y'all made good.
I'm just saying, like, the potential is there, right? And I don't know. I'm not one of these people that says he's playing this year. I'm hopeful. I want to be hopeful that he's going to play, but I also wouldn't be very surprised if he doesn't play this year. I really wouldn't, because all it takes, like, his back is so sensitive right now that if he has another setback, that's probably finito for Ben, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Chubbs just popped in here.
You in here?
Oh, you at home, Chubbs?
Yeah, just got him.
So you got to meet Rage, bro, huh?
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Hey, did you send me the picture, AJ?
I met Rage and his mom. Lovely people.
In the mod chat.
This is fucking badass, dude. I'm so this. You know how much this like makes my fucking day right here, dude.
The Rage and Chubbs connection.
The Rage and Chubbs, like the first two of us to finally fucking meet. Like, this is dope, dude.
I have a funny story too. That's off. You show the picture.
This fucking makes me like, this made my day right here, bro.
You can talk about the game.
Yeah, talk, bro.
What'd you say?
It was a tale of two halves. Like,
this is dope, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
I have a terrible.
You're tall, man. Chubbs got a little height Rage, bro.
I'm like, what, 5'11", 6 foot? Yeah.
Okay,
I'm surprised how short Rage is though. Like,
you said Rage a little boy.
No,
you little boy. Did you sun him? Did you sun Rage like that? Did you put your head like that?
No.
If Rage gets down in his football stance, he looks like he could drop.
Oh no.
Rage plays football, yo. Don't want
he looked like he played football. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah, he might play football.
Rage would probably like straight up. I bet you Rage would fucking tackle my, like, I'd be down. I'd be out. Rage would fucking just like hit on me, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good.
Did you call him Rage in front of his mom?
Nah, he met me. I didn't meet him, but I didn't call him Rage. We didn't even call each other names though. But
Rage said to me,
"Did you guys hug? Did you guys hug or high five? What'd you do?"
Yeah, we dapped up, hug. Like, he was like, "Yo, what's up?"
Kiss.
First time we met.
Did you kiss? Shut up,
yo. What did you kiss?
Did you hit him on the ass and go, "Good game"?
Yo, all right.
Good game.
Yeah, hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
yo, good game, Rage.
So he met you. That's okay, man.
Yeah. But funny story was when I went.
I'm sorry, go for it.
When I went in, I saw him, but like I wasn't sure if it was him.
You did?
Like, how could you not? I know what you meant. I know you, Mo. I could pick you out.
No,
wait. You saw him before you met him?
Yeah, when I went in the building at the beginning of the game, but I was like, it's gonna look real off if I like try to meet him because he was with his mom. Like, I'm a big fucking dude trying to talk to him. like come on, man. It was gonna look weird as fuck, but I'm like, it took me a minute to confirm. I was like, that has to be Rage because he looks too much like Rage. So I was like, I was like, yo, are you wearing the black KD jersey? I was right behind you, and he was like, yo, what the fuck? Where were you?
That's awesome.
But it was cool. I hope we all get to meet.
We're going to, bro.
Hopefully meet some of the people in Discord too. Like, we need to do one big meetup.
Yeah, we haven't met yet. Somebody in the chat said we haven't.
All y'all in Brooklyn should already done that. Y'all should have been done that.
It's as soon as I get to finally plan my trip back east. Like, what's cool now is I'm actually get to go into the Clays, and I'm gonna whoever of you guys show up, and then all the people we met on Twitter, like Jay and fucking everybody else, like that's
now,
gonna
when
be.
Saying go to the Clays is gonna be a movie. Like, everybody gonna like.
Well, dude, it's just gonna be like how many people that people that are on the Brooklyn Brigade, like Doug. Like, I'm gonna try and meet Whammy, like meet Jay, like meet you guys there. Like, it's probably like I'm probably gonna enjoy that aspect more than I'm really gonna enjoy the game. Like, being able to meet everybody is gonna be fucking awesome.
I'm trying to sit in the BK block or be next to the BK block next time I go.
They have like their own tickets though.
The BK block?
Yeah, they have like their own little
do?
tickets though. Like the sections like reserved and shit.
I want to sit over there. I want to sit just by them, bro. I might have to tell Jay to hook me up with some like BK. Or I might just sit with Jay next time I go, man. Yeah. So if you're joining us right now, we just beat the Pistons 130-123. We talked a little bit about the game and then Ben Simmons, and we'll talk about the Bucks preview since we're about to play the Bucks.
Oh,
next.
hey,
we'll
can we real
preview.
quick before we move on? If you guys didn't see it, a lot of people actually did show up, but we the other day, yesterday, me, Chubbs, and Rage did an interview with.
Go check that out.
With Scoop. Scoop B came up, pretty cool, fun guy. Always loved talking to him. We didn't get into any. He didn't have any like breaking news, but I was told that I should have pressed a little bit more on the Ben Simmons. That he probably had more, but he was on time constraints. But if you get a chance, go check that out.
Go check that out, y'all. Scoop B came and blessed us.
Scoop is a friend of the show, and we're a friend of his, and we definitely we rock with Scoop. Scoop's a good dude.
Scoop.
So check out the interview, and then check out some of the things that Scoop said.
Yeah,
so
check out that Scoop B interview, y'all. Let's talk about a little bit about the Bucks preview. We're playing the Bucks next. We just saw the Bucks beat the Sixers, right?
At the buzzer.
At the buzzer. Wait, who?
Yeah.
Somebody hit a game winner?
They were, I guess, up by 2 or 1 or whatever, and then I can't remember. I'd have to look at the score, but I know they were up, and basically, I think if the 76ers scored, that shit would have been over.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think we got to do against the Bucks? What is it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. How you guys feel about that? Like, what do you guys?
I would just say if Kyrie's good, we win the game. I think.
Oh, it was 118-116 Bucks.
What's funny
they
is
actually would have tied it. If,
the last time they played the Bucks, JJ actually had like a great. JJ actually played well. He had a great game. Remember that game he had against the Bucks?
Yeah.
He had a great game, and I think to match the Bucks' size, now they got Brook Lopez back, right?
Yeah. So I'm looking at what the Bucks tonight. Chris Middleton had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Giannis had 40, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Brook Lopez had 17 points, 3 rebounds. Drew had 18 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Damn, that dude he's a sneaky dude down there.
Yeah.
But outside of that, Grayson Allen, 24 minutes, 10 points. But outside of that, nobody else showed up. That was like Serge Ibaka was like 3 minutes, 1 rebound, 1 assist. So he's not even really a factor. But
I think if they do start Brook, I think they start Brook, right? Or they start Serge.
I think
they start.
They start.
No, I think they're starting Brook because Brook had 37 minutes,
and then Serge comes off the bench.
Yeah, it looks like I can't remember. I think they start Drew, Brook, Giannis, Middleton, and I can't tell if they start either Wesley Matthews or Grayson Allen. They're starting because those two each had 25. I think Wesley Matthews starts with that team.
Okay.
It's a win. I mean, listen, it's a winnable game.
Aldridge. I would love to see Aldridge out there.
Where is he at, bro?
He's on the bench.
Back,
he was there. He's on the bench.
That's lame, bro. I would feel so much more confident if we played him, bro.
So which centers then? Because I mean, Claxton's been playing good. So I guess the Bucks. Would you want Drummond and Aldridge instead of Drummond and Claxton?
Shout out to Easy Money Sniper. Javon gonna have 7 threes on us. Facts, bro. Dude, it wouldn't be our luck, bro. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, it would be our luck. Pistons shooting out. Pistons look like the Warriors tonight. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But
go ahead, Charles.
it's mandatory. All 3 bigs have to play. LMA, Claxton, all 3. Because we need scoring. Like these past 2 games, we need scoring.
Yeah.
And LMA gives us easiest offense possible. Like you should have played today.
Honestly, I think in that game that we played against the Bucks, I think Steve Nash did go big. I think there was times where he did play 2 bigs at one time, like through Drummond and Aldridge at the 4 or something like that. I think he did go big before. Or Nick and Drummond? He went big. Nick and LaMarcus. I think that's.
I would like to see Blake, but somebody tweeted on Twitter said, "Did Blake F Nash's wife or some shit? What the fuck is going on? Like, why is he not playing?"
Yo, Blake is in jail, bro. I don't know what it is, bro.
Oh, I don't.
Man, free Blake, man. Let him out. He ain't do it.
Yeah. And you know what though? Wouldn't surprise me if all of a sudden we see Blake. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
But yeah, LMA is mandatory for the Bucks. We need his scoring. We need his
and his height, his presence is like his interior presence is
bro, he'll give you the slightest 20, bro. He'll give you a quick 20.
He'll give you a little bit of rim protection too. Remember those blocks he was making at the rim? He was making
like,
some good blocks at the rim, yo. Shout out Tim Ryan. He said Aldridge and Blake are pure 4s. Clax and Drummond are pure 5s. Somebody said LMA and Clax is nice. Yeah, I think I remember Steve Nash. Am I bugging, chat? I know Steve Nash went big last time he played the Bucks.
You did.
Yeah.
Damn, I just saw a video of Drummond on Detroit. Motherfucker looks skinny. Oh, damn.
Yeah, he was like.
All I know is
bro.
We obviously have to win, but if we lose, can't nobody say shit because the last time we played y'all, so you know, but it's a bust win. I will put it 50-50. I think we'll be okay. But if we play LaMarcus and we play everybody, like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was LaMarcus. He was playing a lot of LaMarcus. I think LaMarcus and JJ.
Who that?
I don't know if it was. Yeah, I see LaMarcus and JJ.
Who that right there?
Hey, we do need Kyrie to be on point.
Yeah, we do.
Kyrie got to be on point.
He can't be having the games that he's had. Like tonight was a good game for a decent game, but he needs to be on point. Easy, appreciate you. Got to play Blake and LMA, Clax at 4, Drum, or LA at 5.
LA at 5. Thank you, Easy Money Sniper. Yeah, Charles was just saying that we got to play.
Shout out real quick. Thoughts, Chubbs. How was the Clays? How was the energy during the night?
All I'm gonna say is James Johnson and Claxton got cussed out the most by the crowd.
For real.
Damn.
Really? What were they saying?
You see the thing with Clax, he couldn't grab a board to save his life tonight.
I remember. He had a
Bro,
terrible inside.
He was letting Killian Hayes just rip the ball from him for no reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he was like, get him the fuck out.
like in New York fashion, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like put Drummond in. So it's like, yeah, but as far as
was there LA and Blake chance? Like put Blake in? Was there any of that going on?
Yeah, there was a free Blake Griffin chant. It was like a little group.
That's awesome.
Cade got MVP chants. Whenever Kyrie does something, he gets the loudest chants. When he scored, he got the loudest reaction.
Well, what's your opinion on Kyrie tonight? Was the last 3 games, Chubbs? Kyrie hasn't been Kyrie.
Yeah,
is that the vibe you got?
He's too used to playing on the road, bro.
Yeah,
he's not used to that at home.
Now all of a sudden that he's playing full time, he's struggling.
Yeah, Kyrie could have done better this game. Honestly, I felt like he just waited until too late to really try and turn up, but. It won us, but it's the same game that lost us the Hornets game. So hopefully we see a different approach to the Bucks game because we cannot afford to play like how we did in that first half.
The communication in the Hornets game, I don't care if you were tired or not, but the communication in that Hornets game was atrocious. Like it was bad.
I'm calling now though. If all the Bucks players are in, Cade and Kyrie our team's gonna turn. You're gonna see the switch. I promise you. It always happens when we play the good teams, and it's one of those marquee matchups. Like you're gonna see like everybody lock in. It's gonna be that switch.
Question for you: how did you guys? I thought Drummond played a decent game.
They were doing a hack of okay. Here's the funny part: near the end of the game, they were doing a hack of Drummond.
I think he had a great game.
They tried to do a hack of Drummond, and it failed miserably. So.
Because what was Drummond's stat line tonight? Drummond
he wasn't getting double teamed. It was hack of Drummond, and he was just getting.
He came in. He was 5 for 7 for shooting. He hit all his free throws. He had 13 rebounds, 4 offensive boards, 9 defensive, 1 assist, 1 steal, chipped in 14 points. That's what I mean. Listen, what Drummond gave us is what we've been asking for the last 2 seasons. Just give me a center that can give me roughly 10 to 10 every freaking game, and I'll be happy. And he's doing that.
And to add in what the Clays is like, there's a new thing that I kind of like. Whenever Bruce gets a bucket or does something good, like people in the crowd go, Bruce. Like you really gotta listen to it. It sounds like Bruce. It sounds
like Bruce, but it's Bruce.
They're like Bruce. So it's like, yeah, that's cool.
The crowd seemed kind of like low key dead tonight from the TV perspective. But then in the third quarter, fourth, I heard the turn up. Like the turn up changed like third, fourth quarter.
The crowd was getting mad with the team because they were bullshitting the whole first half.
Yeah, first half was
bad. Bullshit.
Yeah, the first shit. I was looking at that and I was like, I was doing something else. Probably playing Destiny, like looking at the game, going back, going, what the hell is going on? And all I tweeted out was, Can somebody tell me, like, honest question? Why is this game? Why are we struggling in this game? And everybody just shout out like I was like, all right.
It should have been a blowout, but hey.
The minute I saw Isaiah Stewart,
right
like,
them guys.
Oh,
right.
they interviewed together.
Look
at them guys right there.
You want me to play it? Find it and play it? You want me to do that?
Yeah.
Real
Not
quick.
the whole clip, though. Just a little bit of it.
Shout out to I Won't 120. No worries. Thursday, Kyrie will be Kyrie. Let's hope so. Hussein, shout out to you. Is it just me, or do KD and Kyrie be stupid?
Kyrie shot good from 3 tonight.
Shooting.
I mean, they take difficult shots, but they make them. So what the fuck can we say?
I think he knows what he's saying. I think he says they're settling. They do settle for jump shots a lot.
Yeah.
They do sometimes. Like Kyrie could get to the rim more. I mean, I feel like KD does go to the rim at times, but he could do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they do settle sometimes for 3. But
I just think Kyrie's issue has been between yesterday's last game and today's game, just like his legs just did not.
Yeah.
His legs just did not seem like they were there at all.
Yeah.
That back-to-back kind of hit him, because how many back-to-backs has he actually really played in this year? Like,
I think that was the first. So yeah,
this is probably his first back-to-back, and now he's got to have to get used to playing more often because, like I said, now he's home. So his no more 7 days of rest. Remember those days? No more 6 days of rest, Kyrie.
Yeah, I didn't really see what KD said to Isaiah, but the thing was with like TV and like in person, you really don't peep like what the fuck the cameras on TV can catch. Like someone, with PJ Washington doing the too small thing to KD, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Did you see the hacker Drummond and then Drummond pointing at Dwayne?
Yeah, it was very obvious because we're like, wait, how the hell did they foul so quickly? It was like, oh, okay, they're hacking Drummond. So,
okay.
All right, so
I agree with you though, bro.
Chubbs.
I agree with you with the camera. When I went to the game, there's certain things like I can't see. But on TV, I see you see everything on TV, but some things at the game you can't see. I'm just saying,
On top of that, I was like on the opposite end of when that happened. I don't even know what the fuck went on.
Go ahead, Shane. You can play the.
What I'll do is I'll kind of do some clips and jump ahead. Is what I'll do.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just don't run the whole thing. Just a couple clips. Yeah.
Look at that guard right there. Look at that reach.
Shout out Ponyboy35. He said KD and Seth both had ankle scares tonight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that KD one was scary.
Yeah, bro, the whole Clays in unison literally shit themselves when they saw KD. Bro, in unison, they were like, "Oh!" Like you heard it.
You don't agree with me, I'm a dumbass.
That was there you go. We don't look at teams like that to get the win, but give up.
I think it's a Christian Winfield asking him a question.
I mean, what do you take away from a game like this? You guys obviously come back from double digits to get the win, but give up 123 to a team like Detroit. We made a team like Detroit. Well, they have the second worst record in the East, and they're not the strongest offense. I mean, they've been playing solid the last 2 weeks, though. Yeah, we don't look at teams like that. I know their record is good, but they still got pros over there.
Keeping it real.
They started the game making 6 threes in the first quarter. They give you a lot of confidence as a team, So we had to, and it's good for us to go through periods like that because it's going to be times in the playoffs where teams get hot unexpectedly and see how we weather a storm. So it's a good test for us, and I like it. No matter if we're playing the Pistons or the Milwaukee Bucks, I think, situation, we got better from it. We evolved as the game went on, and, regardless of the opponent. And following up, just a lot of times, a lot of the shots that you hit tonight, you just had a hand draped all over you and you just hit them anyway. What's that feeling for you when you hit shots and defenders can't seem to do anything about it? Oh, man, just those shots, defense playing, good team defense, and, you want to see a small crack where you can get a shot off and, just try to stick to my fundamentals. And I know that demoralizes some teams when you make shots over a good defense. And, that calms our team down as well when we're making those shots. So I want to get better shots sometimes. I feel like a couple of them was just like, I'm hot, let me risk it. But, getting the best shot I can. Sometimes it may be, over a guy in the lane, but I feel like that's open. So I got to keep knocking them down.
The last 2 games have kind of been a tale of halves in terms of defensively, the way you guys played. Steve said a lot of that it's inconsistent, but it just comes down to the edge that you guys have defensively. What do you guys think you have to do to kind of have that on a more consistent basis? And two, do you think that has to kind of be player-led in terms of internally?
Just trust the game plan and us being on the same page. Just gearing up for what the postseason will look like for us, where we'll have a little bit more time to prepare, have some plays that we'll have some schemes. But I think it just comes down to trust. And Steve's right in terms of the edge and playing with that consistently. But it's just continuously making adjustments and being comfortable with that and just flowing with the game, But we're going to have to make our staple as a team on the defensive end, because if we're going back and forth in the shooting contest, obviously we'll still be in the game, but sometimes those games could be back and forth and lead to mistakes on our end. And we don't want to put our heads down too often when we get down in games, but we just have to make our emphasis on the defensive end.
I got one for each of you, Kevin. You were just talking about the Pistons playing well last week. I mean, what do you think of their core going forward with their young guys?
You got a 6'7" point guard. Shit, it's a good start. Somebody that can wreck a whole defensive game plan. With his size, his talent, his skill. So it's a great start. And then you're gonna learn to be big and Mark Bagley, Jeremy Grant and Isaiah Stewart. They got this length and toughness down the line, and with a great coaching staff, that's going to get the best out of their players. So I can see this team being something for it to be reckoned with in the future.
We got about 2 minutes left. My little play.
You guys, it seems like since that Philly game, you've been extremely effective on both ends of the
floor. You want me to stop it or keep playing?
I guess whatever that is, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask the chat.
Yeah, no, just a consistency on both ends of the floor, but he's thinking right now. He's thinking the game at a high level, where we need him to, and he's just picking up his effort and it's showing. And we just want to continue to do that. But to reach the next level that we're trying to get to, we just got to remain patient and understand that he's still learning on the fly. But when he's playing with us, there's some high level talent that will help that process go a little quicker.
Hey, Kyrie, if you compared this to a normal season 2 weeks ago in the regular season, how much fresher are your legs right now, if at all, than they would be in a normal year?
Games are coming fast, doing all we can. But yeah, this is what the end of the season has been like for the last few years. And, it's all going to come down to the team that has the healthiest bodies, and we want to be one of those teams, so we're doing everything possible to prepare for game to game. So, just doing everything we can.
Bob said had a lot of years of experience at it, but what is the key to slowing Giannis down?
Slowing him down? What you mean by that? He's one of those players that established himself that his points are almost absolute, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? So it's about playing physical, making it as tough as you can, and also from top to bottom, their whole team. They got a great team that play well off each other with continuity. So it's much more than Giannis, but his points, they're gonna happen. So you just got to make them as tough as possible.
Hey, Kevin, Jay Wright was on the radio today. Jay Wright, Bill Noel coach. He said that you reached out to Justin Moore to talk about the injury, and you could be doing anything at any time. What was that important to you to reach out to Justin?
Justin's from my area. Me and Coach Wright spent a lot of time this summer, so we built a tight bond.
All right, yeah, I'll stop that. But hey, I like the humbleness that these guys show, man. Like when you hear us talking about it, and then you put it in perspective of like what KD
yeah.
He comes out and where we may sit here and be like, it's the fucking Pistons, they're bums. And he's like, he sees it from a different perspective and is like, yo, they've been actually playing pretty good lately. They're feeling good as a team. sometimes you gotta like take a step back, and that's why I love listening to and watching these interviews when these reporters ask them some sometimes good questions, sometimes a lot of dumb questions, but you hear their response and kind of like gives you that different perspective, and it's kind of like, quite honestly, like there's nobody better to really kind of give you that talk than they, the ones that are on the court. So that was legit. I like that. They're keeping it. What happened there?
He said Grady was shook because I think he was the one that asked that about the Pistons record, and that he was the one that asked that Pistons question. I think. When Katie was like, no, they've been playing good. Like,
yeah. So, it's nice to see that they didn't come at. I don't know. I didn't watch the rest of it, but it's nice to see that they. I hope they stop asking Kyrie about like the fucking COVID. Like, just move on already, right? Like, it's a dumb issue. We already know how Kyrie feels. We already know how other people feel. Like, thank God we didn't hear quite. Like, I hope they just move on from that shit, right?
So, we're not gonna talk about the drip.
What's the drip? Are you talking about the style? They look like grunge. They look like grunge dudes. What are you talking about? Is that what you're talking about? They look all grunge, bro. Flannels,
brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, don't hate on flannels like that.
Oh,
flannels.
I'm not, dude. Come on, bro. I grew up in the grunge era, man. I got a couple flannels.
You know what's up with the flannels.
Yeah, I wore Timberlands and flannels. Like I had.
Say what you know about Timberlands and flannels. What you know about?
First of all, Julian, the man that lives in Florida wearing flip flops, hunting gators. I grew up in Jersey in the '90s, '80s, '90s, going to New York City. I grew up wearing Timbs, fucking flannels. Like, come on, bro. Like,
dang. So it goes back to
the 80s and
90s and
like,
stuff?
Yeah. Hey, at least listen. I was birthed and raised in the presence of the greatest hip hop era and the greatest coast in the world, in the United States, East Coast. I was cultured by so many great things back then. I'm glad I grew up back there.
When you put Timbs on, can you really fly? Like, are the rumors true?
Oh, I used to dunk on people, bro. Actually, though, what was funny though, like sometimes I would fuck around playing basketball. Like I had a basketball hoop outside my house, and we had this stone wall right behind the basketball hoop, and there was this one particular rock that was like all the other rocks were like dark gray, black, and then like there was this one triangle white rock, quartz rock, that like if you ran and stepped on it and jumped back, you could dunk. And I used to do that in my Timbs. So I used to dunk. But yeah, exactly. Talk my shit. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, Rage. Yeah, Charles will make you look like a little guy, bro. Charles was about to little bro you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like I told you, bro. Remember when we talked about our starting five? Straight Chubbs and Rage are fucking inside presence. Like those motherfuckers are bullying the fuck out of people that come into the paint.
Nah,
Rage. AJ called you a little boy.
He did.
Nah, Rage. I was just saying
he said Rage kind of small, didn't he?
You said Rage kind of small.
He looked. Nah, the way the picture looked, it looked like Rage looked like small. Like
I don't know, man. Like Chubbs looks like that's a battle right there, bro. Like
I did have a hat on.
Oh, y'all got matching masks on.
Yo, I hate you.
Oh my god,
that's so cute. Did you sign each other's jerseys? I just gotta know. Did you do it?
Sign each other? That's hilarious.
Oh my god, y'all are wearing both.
No, but straight up, dude, I'm jealous of both of you guys. I'm so glad that at least two of us have been able to meet, man. That's awesome.
Yo, Rage is about to witness L by the own Detroit Pistons, bro. Imagine.
Yeah,
Rage. How you gonna travel to see your state get clapped like that?
I'm so happy for Rage though that like of all the Detroit connections, that the first game he gets to see at the Clays is against his Pistons. But also the guy of Drummond, right? Like you just can't like as far as like content and narrative for the show, the fact that Drummond is now on the Nets, like killing it for us, just it's even sweeter. Like of all the things that Rage, like I've seen this guy play, he's like, and here here this dude is. It's amazing. Like, I love it. Like, I love every part about it. That's fucking great.
Ray said Charles is 6 foot. Ray take a selfie with Syracuse.
Nah, I'm definitely 5'11", probably 6 foot with shoes on, but I don't even.
Listen, I'm sorry. One day it is going to happen. We are going to have a squad pitcher. We're gonna get Julian's ass up from Florida. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it definitely is happen.
No, and I have to reiterate, because some people in our Discord were like thinking I like left, and I'm like, yo, no. AJ has deployed his producer promoter, and I'm out doing work for the show. So AJ knows what's up, but I'm Nets Kingdom for life, yo. I'm not going anywhere. So people in Discord are getting all words. He don't love us no more. He don't talk. Like,
yeah. Let me address that too, because Discord was coming at saying, man.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Listen, when you see Sane is not in the stream, most likely Sane, like I said, he has either a family issue or he's out promoting and he's out doing spaces, or he's out. Anything he's doing is going to benefit Nets Kingdom. So, and I'm the one that's telling Saint to be out there for it. So it's not.
And this is one of your culprits right here, AJ, that you need to put in your place. Chills. Yeah. Chills be talking shit like, I changed. You ain't the same. Like,
I'm the one that's telling Saint to go out there and.
When we first started doing face cams at the beginning of the year, like. You remember I got sick and stuff, so I wasn't like at the first 5.
Nobody was saying shit about Julian, right? Like
there was one person.
Was there? People were talking shit.
There was a few people like, yo, they were singing that.
They was like Julian a fake fan. I was like, bro.
Oh, that's fucking.
Oh, when you wasn't down for a minute.
That was like the only time that happened though.
But Chills was talking.
But you'll come at saying, right? Racism is still alive, and it's still here.
Racism's still alive.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's right. Hilarious. But shout out to Rage. Drummond made me so happy, almost shed a tear. Making free throws is something I've never seen him do.
Why you throwing shade at him?
Who?
No, I'm Rage. Why you throwing shade at Drummond? Talking about making free throws is something I've never seen.
No, but you gotta understand, for Rage, imagine being Rage, right?
That's why Dwayne Casey did that.
You grew up in Detroit, and his Pistons have probably before he became a Brooklyn fan, right? Like Rage had to deal with the Pistons, and imagine all the shit you saw, and you saw when Drummond was playing the way he was there, and to fast forward to now, to watching Drummond on the Brooklyn, like hitting free throws, grabbing rebounds, like it's got to be a moment for Rage. Like I'm trying to like compare it to something like I don't know. Imagine like if Jason Collins left our team and went somewhere else and was just like killing it, right? Like
it came full circle. That's what.
Yeah,
happened,
it came full circle for Rage, man. Like,
yeah. Make sure you guys type your questions in. Type at Saint.
Oh, this is fucked show. What?
Yeah,
look like it's me. You fucked up, dude, for that. Fuck that. That's funny, but it's fucked up. No, those are our bros, dude. Those are our fucking G. I'll go to the what is it? I'll go to the mattresses like it's an old fucking. I'll take a bat to somebody's head for those two motherfuckers right there. So just remember that. I will. Chills. Satan is good now, and that's Kingdom for life.
What the fuck? You switched mighty quick.
Yeah, he switched up.
I made it clear.
Because AJ came in and he dropped a hammer. All right, first question. That's Saint. You guys going to the Bucks game? I know Chubbs is. I mean, no.
I'm not. Going. Yeah, Rage is going. He's
that's
going.
Sick. Shout out to Rage with back-to-back games. Look at that.
That's a damn good 2 games to go to.
Hell yeah, dude. He gets to see. I don't know, Rage. I know you planned on going to Bucks. Did you like talk your mom into it, or did she surprise you? You were like, Mom, I can't miss the Detroit. Like, how did that pan out? Because I know you were just going to the Bucks one, and then you came in and go, yo, I'm going to both, and that's pretty sick.
It's like, Mom, can we go watch the Nets destroy?
Brian. Oh, that's facts. Rage. Connect with Brian V. Like Brian V. Send Rage a DM in Discord, and that way you can meet up. But Rage said, bro, I've had to deal with the Nets Pistons a shitty battle. I've had to deal with ultimate pain, and living in Michigan is terrible too. He said, I got my mom to take me to the Pistons. She's an absolute goat. Facts. That's awesome. But yeah, hook up with Brian V. That's true. Next question. I have a question. Paul George came back from his elbow injury and played 1 5-on-5 with the Clippers, but Ben gets cleared. He has to play 3. I mean, listen, dude. Listen, Paul George has been out. Different injury. Paul George has been out for a while. He's obviously, I think, didn't he have surgery?
He's been out for like a year, bro. Almost like the whole year.
He got to actually fix what was wrong with his back and then rehab, whereas you have Ben, who you don't know.
Well, he has an elbow. Paul has an elbow.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he had surgery on that elbow, right?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, and he got to rehab and get back to where he is now. Unfortunately, with Ben, they're trying the first approach, which is kill the nerve, kill the pain, see if that subsides for enough to play. But if it doesn't, I guarantee you there's a whole nother level that either he's going to have to do surgery.
Yeah, Paul George
had
he did have surgery. He had he tore the ulnar collateral ligament in his right shooting elbow. Damn, the shooting elbow is tough. How did he play tonight? I know he played tonight.
I don't think he played tonight, but I don't know if I really want to get into the Will Smith situation.
Why not?
Well, I mean, listen, I just think it could have been handled better. I mean, see, I have weird. All right, okay, fine, I'll say it. Right,
I see what you did there.
On one hand, I look at exactly. On one hand, I look at like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I'm Chris Rock, right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if Chris Rock knew about Will's wife's issue or not, right? And if he didn't, it's like, and he just cracks a joke, that's one thing, and I get it. Like, he's a comedian, and I do feel like in today's world, comedians can't be comedians anymore. Like, we know comedians make fun of things and say off-the-wall things, and they generally get a pass, but that's not happening anymore. If he knew about what was going on with Will's wife, bad taste. And apparently there has been some history there, him saying jokes, other stuff. So it's not just so one-sided. It's not so innocent. Then on the other hand, I look at it, and the other hand, Will's hand, I look at it as like, Will Smith's been going through a lot of public shit. His wife cheating, his wife talking about cheating. My first question was, did Will Smith slap the guy who she cheated with?
No.
I asked that question. But you got to imagine that dude's been going through a lot, very publicly, probably embarrassed, probably emotionally at wit's end, and probably, and I think he could have handled it differently in that scenario, but at the same time, it also makes him look like a boss. You know what I mean? But like, I got mixed feelings because I just think like that could have been handled differently.
Yeah, he was
off. Like, I would have been down for him smacking him, but I would, if I were Will Smith, I probably would, because what's funny is, though, this is the thing that I kind of was like, when he told that joke, you saw Will Smith laughing, and then all of a sudden he looks at his wife, and his wife all of a sudden has like a different look, and then he gets like, something happened there when he saw his wife and how she felt about it. Something switched, and he goes up and he does what he does. So he should have slapped him off stage in between commercials.
Yeah,
then I would have been like,
right.
Because it really looks like Jada just gave you the word, and then you just went up there. Like, it looked like you didn't even really want to do it, Like,
but here's my 2 cents on it. It's not necessarily simp activity, because at the end of the day, for anybody married there, or anybody that has had a significant other for a long amount of time, if there's some shit that makes your significant other feel hurt, I'm gonna go. I'm with you. Yeah, I get it. You gotta look at it from that perspective. Yeah. Will might have laughed at it.
She let him.
He didn't even look that mad though.
Jada let him embarrass himself though. Like I said, this is
like,
one
did
of
she
Will's
turn and
biggest,
go, you better go do something.
This is the biggest moment in one of the biggest moments of Will's life. He's how many people have how many black men have won an Oscar? What, 5?
Not many.
So it's like, you're gonna ruin this moment, because the moment was ruined. You're gonna ruin this moment, possibly tarnish his legacy with this. and she just let it happen. She should have like held him
And
back. Like, don't do it right now.
Let's be
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
This dude stood by somebody who cheated on him.
In their house.
How many? Yeah, in his house. How many people
in their house
with Jaden's friend, with her son's friend? It's Jaden's friend.
How many people stand by people? Like, I know that people do it, and I get it. Like, listen, I mean, people that stand by somebody when got cheated on. I'm married, and that was simp activity. Shout out to Martel.
I just think it should have been like, you can tell that Chris wasn't really. You could tell that he wasn't really trying to insult anybody. Because if he was trying to insult somebody, he would have said something about August or something like that.
You could tell from the reaction when he got slapped, like, and then I mean, shout out to Chris for containing himself, because he looked like he was about to go in.
I would have fought.
He was about to go.
No. He's what it didn't look like. It didn't come across to me that like Chris was going to go after him, but Chris looked like he was about to like burn the fuck out of both of them.
Yeah.
And you heard him go, no, let me just, and then he just went professional. Like
it's corny to do it because like if it was The Rock up there, he wouldn't do it. If it was somebody else, like it's corny to choose when you're tough. Like if it was like a Jimmy Kimmel or another white guy that was up there and said it, he wouldn't have done that. But because it was Chris Rock, he did.
But you gotta also look at it like this. I think that moment was a mixture of a lot of things.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, look at the chat right now. We know, like, oh, Will's a bitch. He's a simp. He's a this and that. Look, in Will's position, he's heard all of that for the past damn near going on 2 years.
Yeah.
So now, imagine you're Will Smith, biggest moment of your career, about to win an Oscar. One of the most renowned things in
the pinnacle of the actors.
You're one of the most renowned audiences in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Multiple $100 million movies, and you still got to hear about this bullshit.
It wasn't Jada's stuff though. It was something
make it
else.
Worse, it's from your peers now. Someone you thought, don't really bring that shit up. Mind you, was it right what he did? No, but you gotta understand the other side. Y'all can't
He
just
hasn't
say,
been hearing about her. He hasn't been hearing about her disease for the past 2 years. He's been hearing about like the August stuff. So this is like,
but to Chubb's point, he's been hearing both. He's been getting slayed across. Like, imagine your life, Julian. Take your most innermost feeling, like things that happen in your life, all the bad things that may happen in your life, things that maybe you did or somebody did to you, and then have that broadcasted to the world. So that's got to fuck you up. And then on the flip side, he loves his wife, and his wife's been dealing with the hair. I mean, I know it's essentially boils down to balding is what it is, right? Yeah. And I'm sure that has it as a woman, when your hair and other things that you're tied to, your beauty and something like that, that's got to affect you. So he's been watching that. I'm with Chubb saying, like, there's a lot that was culminating that I just came. Whereas maybe Chris Rock, like, I don't think was intentionally being malicious.
Yeah.
I just think it was like the wrong time, wrong place. And that comment, seeing her reaction, set Will off. And it's funny, if you watch his movie that he won for, which I just literally watched it 2 days ago, is a great movie about the Williams sisters in tennis. And you look at the guy that he played, it's awful surprising, like how that guy react. And it was like a very his reaction to that was very similar to the type of guy that he played in the movie. And that's why I thought maybe it was staged. But you've heard actors get really into their, like, sometimes acting jobs, and when they take on a completely different persona, it does change people. Yeah, it does change people to some degree, but all in all, I thought it was just both.
There's stuff on both sides that, like,
you could hear the emotion in Will's voice.
Yeah, that wasn't act. As a person that like growing up has anger issues, he snapped.
I could tell the emotion, and plus, like, what does he got to gain from that? He's ruining himself because, like, and the Oscars, because, like, no one's talking about the Oscars now.
Was it in the pursuit of slapping?
No one's talking about like the people that actually won the awards, like the actresses and all the performances. No one's talking about that. Everybody's talking about the slap now. So it's like he kind of like ruined their moments.
Elijah Hall, shout out to you. Why the fuck is LA not playing? I just want to know. I think they're being extra careful with LA right now because of that hip impingement. And if they don't need to play him, I think they're. I mean, what, you got 5 games left to the playoffs? I think they're just being extra cautious with him.
Drummond and Claxton are playing good.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like they're not playing bad. So it's like they're playing. Yeah. When Clax gets in, he's playing great, and Drummond's playing great. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah. There's gonna be a time we're gonna need LaMarcus, though. Trust me. Like Shane was saying, there's gonna be one game in the playoffs or a couple games, a series. We're gonna need LaMarcus.
Chill said Chris Rock made. I've heard this before. Chris Rock made Brooklyn look bad. But but listen though, like at the same time though, like, hey bro, you're trying to be professional. Yeah. I get it. Like that's a mixed bag though, because I mean, quite honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. Like, if I was on the streets and somebody slapped me, that's different. But here you are, national TV. You're hosting the Oscars. Some dude comes up and smacks you, and then at first I think he thought it was a joke. Yeah. But when Will started yelling, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth," like that's when I think he knew. But see, and this is maybe where I might give Chris Rock a little credit. Maybe Chris Rock noticed that, like something's not okay with Will. Maybe I'm just gonna chill and just move on. Like, because you saw in the
for a long time. They've known each other since the 90s, bro. Like they're cool. He was on Fresh Prince.
Well, I'm sorry, Javon. You can't compare Will Smith to R. Kelly. Get the fuck out of here with that.
That's terrible.
That is a terrible comparison, dude.
Ain't no way you just compared those two situations.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he means it like that.
Oh.
No, this is. I get what he's. No, you can't even bring. You can't bring R. Kelly into this. Yeah, that motherfucker is pissing on young kids, and then
it's understandable as to why I won't do it. There's nothing to excuse R. Kelly for.
Yeah,
nah, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think anybody here on here is excusing Will. We all said it was.
No, I'm just trying to listen. I'm the kind of like, if you have a problem, I'm always going to try and look at both sides and try to find a middle ground. And I just, as much as Chris said what he said, I kind of like, but see, that's the other thing. I've been watching on Twitter and reading thing, and then like, but I've also seen people say like from a racial standpoint, like people been going in on white people making comments about the situation, going, if you're white, you shouldn't be commenting on this either. And I've like, it's been weird. Like you see this slap between these two people, and it's like gone in so many different directions. Like people are saying Chris is a pussy. Will definitely should have done that. I'm seeing I'm seeing like all these crazy responses to somebody making a joke, somebody like getting angry, trying to defend his wife, whether you think it's overreaction or it's a warranted. See, that's the thing. There's people that think it was an overreaction. There was people that think it was warranted. And then there's people that think Chris Rock was wrong for making that comment because he should know better. And then there's people that say, dude, it's just a fucking joke. Relax. So there's like these 4 different factions on the situation and then people are adding race to it. And it's like, I don't know that it's bigger, should be that big, but I mean, listen, I don't know. Am I wrong, guys?
It's not to that point.
No, you shouldn't, bro.
People who bring that point up, honestly, are just straight up dragging it because they know damn well if it was like fucking. I'm trying to think of white actors and I cannot name one. That's
if it was two white actors, everybody would come.
If it was like George Clooney like hitting on Ben Affleck's wife or something, and he smacked him, no one would say they said white.
Yeah, nobody would bring race into it. Everybody would.
That's cute.
I know. I'm just listen. I'm the guy that's always going to throw out all the things that people are saying so that you can choose your own conclusion. There was one dude. There was. Should comics bring a medical? I have no idea. Mullet. petition.
What is that?
Of
What is he
Alvarado.
talking about?
I don't know, bro.
Hey, what kind of money is that?
Hey, appreciate the money. I think that's yen, bro. I just love that it says
Should
mullet
comics
petition for Alvarado. It's
Should
fucking
comics
hilarious.
bring a medical chart?
Shout
Oh,
out
wait.
to
I
Elijah
think I
Hope.
know these. Is he talking about Chris Rock?
Should comics bring? I've heard this. Yes, somebody said this. I saw this quote too. Somebody posted this out saying, "Should comics?" I think another comic or somebody said this where it's like, should comics start bringing medical charts to their shows? So who they can't joke about?
Oh, he's talking about First Amendment,
Yes,
freedom of
yes.
speech. Okay,
Yes,
got you.
exactly.
Got you. Freedom
Okay,
of
yeah.
speech. Freedom of
I
speech.
just love it. I just love his name, mullet petition for all.
Shout out you, mullet man. Shout out you, brother.
See, like that's stupid. Because mind you, I understand both sides. I don't think the joke was that bad, but at the same time, I'm not gonna fully say Will was in the wrong to smack the shit out of Chris.
Yeah.
Both sides have understandable points.
He should have waited and done it after the show, backstage. Do it backstage.
It's the way you go about it. Yeah.
Don't do
Is this legit though? That what she's dealing with? It's just basically.
I don't think so.
Alopecia, I don't think it can kill you.
I don't think you die from alopecia.
I'm gonna Google that because
some
I
men,
know
some men suffer from that too.
But listen. Yesterday, and this is why I bring this up and why I go to many different views and bring up things so people can come to their conclusion. And if we're talking about the Chris Rock side and we're talking about alopecia, we had Scoop B here yesterday. And there was a segment that on here before we got off that Scoop B brought up and shared that he had alopecia. He brought it up. You can see the stream at the end because I always not joke with him, but I always appreciate Scoop because Scoop's got some of the best, like, what do you call it? Fashion. And he has like some of the strongest like glasses, and as a nerd wearing glasses, I appreciate when people have a strong glasses game. And Scoop came up and said, listen, I have 20/20 eye vision. He said, but I have alopecia. He's like, I have no eyebrows, I have no eyelashes.
It's a non-life-threatening disease.
He's like, he's like, so for me, he's like, I chose to wear the glasses because it helped me like push away. So to not make light of the situation, yes, it may not be light threatening, but at the same time, we don't know how somebody feels about having that and how it affects you, because I'm pretty sure if one of us had it, there has to be a stage where that you go from, because I saw earlier pictures of Scoop and Scoop had hair and everything. And then imagine have to go through that where you don't have hair anymore and you go through that process. That's got to fuck you up a little bit. So I can understand from the sensitive side, maybe of Will and that. I get it. But it's also one of those things. I don't think it's life threatening, but at the same time, it's got to be a tough thing. So I don't want to make light of it because one of my favorite people to talk to and has been a good person for this show has been Scoop, and he suffers from that. So I don't want to come across insensitive in that
Me
way.
and Chubbs, like initially when it happened, because we found out on stream, we were saying that like you don't talk about a black woman hair like that, and I was basically said that you don't know how she feels about that behind closed doors.
I grew up learning two things: you don't talk about a black woman's hair, but you also don't touch her hair either.
No, yeah, facts.
Unless you were at home alone and she tells you can. Like you do, if she's out in public and hanging out, you do not touch her. I've learned that at a very young age.
Yeah, I gotta look at it from this concept. Jada, but let's not front. Jada's a beautiful woman, even from young. You know, she had beautiful hair, all this, and you gotta look mentally. Losing damn near all of your hair, including eyebrows. That takes a fucking mental toll on you.
Yeah. Hey, and Martell, I get what you're saying, bro, but everybody handles that shit differently, dude.
Especially
like,
a woman.
I could tell you some shit that happened to me as a kid that would have crippled, like just destroyed some people mentally. But everybody handles shit differently, bro. I get what you're saying, but everybody handles that shit differently and has a different opinion. And I just think all around it was a bad concoction waiting to happen. I don't think Chris meant to be malicious and didn't mean to like be super insulting. But I don't think I just think it could have been all around handled a better way. And I think Will knows that, because I also heard that in
He apologized
off thing that they talked to each other, they talked it out, they apologized. And I definitely think he knows that it was not meant to be malicious. And I just think Will chose the wrong way to do it, handle it. And it is what it is, right? Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm pretty sure both of them have handled it and move on, because guess what? You haven't heard Chris Rock. He's not out there talking shit. So It is what it is.
Nah, you know? But I think one thing we can all agree: if the shoe was on the other foot, Jada ain't doing shit.
It's weird, bro. She didn't even try to calm him down.
Jada would not have done shit.
Mario, I did ask this question. My first question was, did Will slap the guy that she cheated? I did ask that question, bro. I did ask that question.
The guy that she cheated on him with, he made a song bragging about fucking her, basically. It's called Entanglements. He made a song about
I don't know. Do we want to keep going down this rabbit hole, or do we want to do we want to talk basketball, or do we want to get out of here, AJ? I don't know if I want to keep going down this rabbit hole. This is now officially Nets After Dark. This is some Twitch shit right here.
Chad love Nets.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Yeah, I'm good. I think we talked.
All right, y'all. Well, we won today.
We can go on for days talking about that Will stuff.
Yeah, we won today. That's all that matters. Was there some frustration? I think to end the day, we won. They showed up at the end of the game, which we needed them to do. But the name of the thing of today was defense. It literally came down to defense once again, and communicating. Closing out on the three, I think, has been one of our worst things on defense. I'm not even so much concerned about the inside as we once were, but it just seems like we're allowing shitty shooting teams to shoot like they're the Warriors on fire because we're not closing out. So that's my takeaway, and my kind of like my last words, where it's like, we've got to do something, because we can't go. I will say this, whether Ben Simmons plays or not, right? Obviously, if Ben plays, it's much easier to deal with. But if Ben Simmons doesn't play and we go into the playoffs playing the defense like we have been, outside of like listen, the game we played in the Heat, we have to play defense like that every night in the playoffs. If we don't, it's not going to be a fun playoffs for us. We have to play consistent defense in the playoffs in order for us to go further, especially if we don't have Ben. Because me personally, I think we need Ben to win it all. Is KD and Kyrie capable of doing it? I have faith of them showing up every game in the playoffs, but it's going to take, without Ben, it's going to take the bench to show up almost just as consistent. We can't have inconsistent bench in the playoffs, and we have to be more consistent on the defense. If the bench and the defense don't show up in the playoffs, we are not winning the title. That's just where I view the rest of the season. Do we have a chance? Yes, but you're basically going to have to play like you played against the Heat almost every game in the playoffs in order for us to win, in my mind. Those are my last words.
Charles, Julian.
Bucks pack incoming.
So wait, you think we're going to see this? You think we're going to see this again? Actually, I got to stop the video. Where's the video? Are we going to see this again? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think, the Bucks, get, overrated, but it don't matter. That's just my opinion. But yeah, we gonna roll up that Bucks pack. So y'all pull up next stream, like the video, all of that.
Yeah, facts. If you didn't hit the like button, hit the like button, please. Chubbs.
I ain't got much. It was cool meeting a race today. Hopefully, we all get all the Nets Kingdom to meet up. Yeah, it was cool meeting today. Finally get the bounce back win, even though the first half was fucking egregious. Why he really look at the camera like that? He did that.
I want to know. I wonder where that came from, dude.
What's his thought process like?
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Either way, but no. Thursday, we gotta come with that killer mentality we had with Philly and Miami. Honestly, gotta smoke them. But other than that, it was good shit tonight.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. That's the other thing. My last words before you go, AJ, is that ultimately I'm happy for Rage and Chubbs. That's a W. You got to win, and you guys got to meet. Straight W.
That's tough. Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna say too much. Just make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. That's Kingdom AJ Saint Net 1, Chubbs, and Rage. Also follow us on TikTok. You know, we just joined a TikTok. It's going up. You know, TikTok is going up. It's a process, but
yeah. How's that been going? How's that going?
We're almost at 500 followers now.
Nice.
Hey Saint, can you put my new Twitter up there? It's the same thing, but it's
Juvon Carter.
No. It's
changed it.
Yeah, it's Jew Christopher 14. I try to put my name.
Oh wait. Okay. Wait. Jew Christopher. All right. Wait a minute. Let's get to it.
14.
Oh, follow Julian
banner.
On Twitter
what is
also.
it? At
Damn.
JU?
Yo, why does
JU Christopher 14.
I can't block this bot for some reason. I don't know why I can't.
They just because they keep showing in something else, dude. Oh, here's Jay. Is it Jew Christopher what?
14.
Like this? Oh shit! Did I fuck it up? I fucked it up. Did I fuck it up? Hold on a second. Yo, Jay. Jay coming in at the last words. Perfect timing. We get to have that JJ battle.
What up,
Jay,
everybody?
I heard something in the streets about you.
What you heard?
The streets was talking. They was chirping a little bit. Right. I heard something from the grapevine. I heard you was saying something about JJ.
What, the pork chop played the best defense on Cade tonight, but y'all don't want to talk about that?
Oh, he coming in with the smoke.
I did bring that up. Hey, AJ, you better not be come on, bro. We got to have this conversation. Is that how it is, Julian? For
I'm trying to figure out where did that happen. I'm trying to figure out where because
that's it.
In the first half, we were down at halftime though, so I'm trying to figure out like when did this amazing defense on Cade happen? I mean, the fourth quarter, like I said, the Cade went off in that fourth.
In the third quarter.
Was it the fourth or third?
No, he went off at the end. The man had 7 points with almost 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter and proceeded to score 27 in the last 15 minutes of the game, many of which KD was guarding him. Man was cooking KD. Sheesh. Reverse layups on KD and 1 layups on KD, 3-pointers in KD mouth. It was oof.
But Cade is tough though. Don't act like Cade is not tough.
I'm not saying he's not tough, but I'm saying Pork Chop Johnson had that man in clamps.
So
got 24-second violations on the man.
So the 2 points, 1 assist, -11 means nothing?
Nah, I don't. Plus minus doesn't necessarily mean anything. Somebody said Seth had a plus 16 tonight or something like that at one point in time. Seth was non-existent. Man had 3 points midway through the fourth quarter.
The only thing I would push back a little bit, because I know we were talking off before and you had mentioned about the threes, and it's like, but we were everybody on our team was letting everybody hit threes tonight. Like everybody.
Nah,
like I get what you're saying, but I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I just thought the way we put the onus on KD to stop Cade. Well, KD was carrying us for the first 3 quarters until Kyrie kind of started getting in the mix in the fourth. I'm just saying you're asking KD to score 40 and then guard their best player. Like it's tough. I'm just saying it's tough. I'm not saying he shouldn't have to. He shouldn't have to do that right now, but I know how our team is and everything. So.
No, but I'm not asking him to do that. What I'm saying is at a certain point in time, fans gotta Pork Chop is
you call it pork chop.
Pork Chop is the favorite slanderer, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
All people want to do is slander him. Like he does nothing good, and I'm contending that. What do you expect from him? Arguably, he's between the 13th and the 15th man. Why y'all got such high expectations for him?
Now, Jay, you gotta look at it this way. We don't have expectations of him, but the only expectation we expect from him is to not do Ed shit
Not
on the
do
court.
stupid shit.
It's like
It just looks
not,
very ugly out there. Like when he played, it just doesn't look good.
It's not even the fact that because look at okay, I'll defend JJ on this. He's asked to do way more than what he really came here to do.
Exactly, I'll agree with that.
But you got to look at it this way. This man, it's like he has the Russell Westbrook genes. He just does some stupid shit for no reason. He did some 360 in the paint tonight, like what you really didn't
did you see him try to dribble like Kyrie and then he got ripped?
No, I don't disagree. I was dying, bro. I'm not disagreeing with y'all, but here's the problem with what you all are saying. Again, because Pork Chop is the choice person to constantly go at, what you all do is you overlook when other people do things that are even more egregious, i.e. Dragon getting his pocket picked on a damn inbounds play.
Yeah, that was a 5-point swing.
Yeah, that was.
No, and I know the other guy you'll bring up too, Cam Thomas, lately for sure.
No. Well, he didn't play tonight, but I can argue that he should play tonight because y'all not keeping that same energy. And Patty has been absolutely atrocious.
Oh no, we've been. I don't know. Listen, we've been. Jay, I will say, like, especially in our Discord, and we do have conversations where we're like, "Yo, what's up with Patty?" When Cam plays like trash, we let people know. Like, I get what you're saying. I think overall, more people are. You are right. I think are. Like, I've definitely slandered JJ's name, but I've also brought up other people that have been not playing well as either. I just think the majority of people definitely are, like you said, going at JJ and ignoring other players. That's a true statement.
Whenever I see him play, like, it just makes me angry sometimes, the stuff he does. Like, that's why I just can't help but get angry because it's like, I understand Patty will play, but he misses shots. Who else were we playing bad? Cam, Cam, ever since he hurt his back, he's been absent. But then when JJ gets in, it's just like, I don't know why I get mad because it'd be just little, like Chubbs and Julian's, it'd be just stupid stuff that he does that gets me
like he'll try to dribble and do a reverse layup.
If he was just missing shots, I wouldn't be as mad. Like, but he just does like turnovers that just like, bro.
But to be the balanced guy again, taking what you guys are saying and taking what Jay is saying, because I've heard Jay say this, and Jay has a point here, because we'll say JJ's playing, right? Get him out of there, put in Blake, put in LA. But arguably JJ is playing a different position than they are, right? Like it would be different if you said, get JJ out and put Kessler in. That's a better conversation, right? That's a different thing to say. But because I've said it, as much as I'm frustrated with JJ and some of the shit that he does, right? He arguably is faster and more agile than Blake and LA are, right? And he could definitely play better on the ball defense than Ben and LA can, right?
And the ironic thing is he actually played great against the Bucks when Kyrie was by himself. That's what I'm saying. We're playing the Bucks Thursday. The ironic thing is JJ had one of his best games against the Bucks.
Yeah. So but that's the other thing we've talked about is JJ every once in a while will come out with a performance where you're like, well, Ben's not in the conversation right now, right? If Ben was here, that we wouldn't even be talking. We wouldn't even be seeing James Johnson. But that's the other point. We're seeing James Johnson because we have no Ben. James Johnson will be riding the bench like he probably should be in most times if Ben was here. But the real argument should be like, no, we shouldn't see more Blake and LA over him because he does provide something that we're lacking. He should be coming in for Kessler. Like, Kessler should be coming in for JJ, if we're honest.
I think Kessler, because he's a rookie, like, that's why he's not playing over him. And also, like, well, to me, I'd rather just play Kessler for, like, the rest of the games because I say we're not going to see him until you know what I'm saying? We can have JJ. We're going to have JJ for the playoffs. So I just feel like we should just put him
but here's where I'm going to, and y'all know I'm the president and one of the founding members of the Kessler Donovan Edwards fan clubs.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the turnover tonight?
Yeah.
Man should have been benched immediately.
Yeah.
As he was. I mean, he threw the ball to Kelly Olynyk like Kelly Olynyk was on the Nets, yo. And as somebody pointed out in spaces, I was so beside myself on that turnover. But like somebody pointed out in spaces, the man was passing the ball to Clax. What is Clax gonna do with it? Dribble it up the court? Oh my God! Rookie, go sit down, man.
Yeah,
he has a shorter. He has a shorter leash. He has a short. Like, I mean, he has a short leash because he's a rookie. He can't like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but he should.
Yeah, but and the other thing too, people are like bringing up Kess. It's like listen, for a stretch there, Kess was just, he was hitting shots, he was playing the most incredible defense, he was grabbing rebounds, and then Kess did hit a brick wall. He did, and Jay's even said that. So Kess kind of took a back seat, and he's been working himself back into it. Duke has been playing down in the G League. He's got a two-way just like Kessler.
We're probably not going to see him again.
Yeah, we may not see Duke. I mean, unless last minute the NBA says, hey, two ways can play. Who knows? Maybe you will see maybe DDJ will be there. Maybe you won't. I doubt it, but no. I mean, and Steve, can we get past this? Let's not do this, dude. Like, why is Kai's decision now the reason? Can we not do this? Like, let's move past it, bro. Like,
hold on, somebody blaming Kyrie for
says,
what?
I love Kai, but his decision has stressed this team. I'm glad he's back, but there are consequences. Are you saying that what we're talking about is a consequence of Kai not getting vaccinated? Please don't do that. Can we move past that, dude? Listen, I have been very vocal on this stream where I said, I'm just saying, like, I've been vocal on here, like, Jay, am I right or wrong though, Jay?
No,
he's laughing how crazy this question is.
I know.
You're right, but
I think it's a statement. I don't even know if it's a question.
Yeah, I'm beside myself right now. What are we talking about?
I know, but come on, Austin, stop, bro. The narrative has got to die. Like, you can't blame our lack, Steve. You can't blame our lack of wings on Kyrie Irving, because that's why JJ is in. That's why Kessler is in. We have no wings, and JJ and Kessler provide what we desperately need in the offseason. Add Ben Simmons, a lot of those things. Yes, it is. If you're trying to, yes, it is a lie if you're trying to say, like, listen, it's different in the sense of saying, did Kyrie's decision affect the team? Yes, it did in some ways. Nobody would dispute that. However, what you're trying to do is disingenuous and ridiculous. Like, we're talking about JJ and Kessler in an area that we need. So yeah, no, it doesn't work, bro. You heard Jay's laugh. I mean, come on, bro. Like, I get it. Let's move. Like, come on.
He was serious.
Like, bro.
Yes, he was serious. I love Steve. Appreciate you. I know you're a Nets king. Like, you're always here. You're always enjoy. Like, I'm just not, no disrespect, but that is just off the wall. I can't allow that shit. Like,
yo, what does that have to do with tonight's game now?
Now he's switching. No, but now he's switching it to why is Patty missing shots? Now he's trying to
shit right now. What are we talking about?
He's trying to tie all the Nets.
Rage gave a good question. Let's go to Rage's question.
Rage him slumping since All-Star break just because of Kyrie. Get the fuck out, man.
Where is Rage? I can't do it, Steve. I appreciate you being here, but I can't do it. I can't do it. Rage said, how do you feel about Dragic, though? I feel like not enough people talk about him. And I think Rage earlier said something to the extent of he was a little concerned with Dragic.
He frustrates me. He frustrates me.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Yeah,
I was gonna say he frustrates me because he was brought on to be like, well, I know they call him scoring Goran and he's the point guard, but late, like Rage is saying, he makes a lot of mistakes. Like in the fourth quarter, like when the 2 minutes left, he makes really bad decisions. Like, you're supposed to be the point guard, the decision maker. He doesn't make good decisions in the fourth quarter to me. I don't know if it's just me or I don't know if y'all.
Well, can I ask a question to throw in there, and then Jay and Chubbs run away with it, Julian? Do you think? I mean, because think about it, Dragic came here and literally was thrust right in the team. There was no ramp up. There was no practices. He literally was like signed, thrown right into the team. Do you think he's still trying to figure it out with this team, or do you think
that could be a reason?
Do you think
it's just
something
I was
else?
So like we thought it was gonna. That could be a good reason. But this goes back to our conversation before, because we were talking about that our need for a point guard, playmaker, facilitator. He didn't really feel that. He didn't feel that because KD and Kyrie are being forced to play make, and that's why we're seeing a lot of KD turnovers. He's doing a lot of ISO and trying to play make and force passes. You know what I'm saying? Same with Kyrie. Kyrie's trying to be like the facilitator, playmaker sometimes, but they should be getting put in their spots and being able to score. Goran should be putting them in their spots and making it easier for them. But I know this is probably what we were talking about when Ben is going to come back and do that job. But it's just that Goran's not doing that right now for us.
But they probably don't want to start him.
I've seen where Dragic has come in and like you're like, oh, thank God, right? Like he's really.
Where he like,
and then, but I agree with you there. I don't know, Jay. I haven't really heard you talk about Dragic really. Like, how do you view Dragic fitting with this team? Like, how do you view how he's been playing? Like, how do you view the Dragic situation with us?
I appreciate that it actually ties into something else that we were just talking about. I appreciate the fact that he's there to handle the ball because we have not seen Patty's disgusting handle in weeks since he's been here for the most part. So I do appreciate that. To put some context into it, the man hadn't played basketball since November. So he's still trying to get his footing on a lot of things and where he fits in with the team. Aside from the disgusting turnover today, he's a work in progress. Now, I will say this about him because I feel this way about all role players. There are different levels to it, but I look at role players in this way. In the playoffs, are you able to help us win 1 or 2 games? Sometimes 3 or 4, depending on how deep you go. But are you able to imprint a game or 2 each series? Because in his role, we'll have to have his imprint. So I'm not looking for him to do it every game. Yeah. But I would like for him to be comfortable enough where we can say, yo, game 3 in the conference championship against whoever, Goran did X, Y, and Z. And we can look at stuff like that. Because like he fits in the mode of like, and I've used this example before. One of the reasons why the Nets lost to the Spurs is because of guys like Speedy Claxton, yo. Yeah. Like,
God, Jay, you have taken is 180 the right word on Claxton?
No.
I remember the WC days, and now
Saint, you didn't hear who I said. I'm not talking about Nicholas.
Oh.
I'm talking about when we lost to the Spurs in the championship 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Speedy Claxton, who was a role player. I
thought you were saying, I hear you. I see what you did.
Had an excellent series. So my thing is, we expect that KD and Kyrie are going to get off, right? Yeah. So with respect to Dragon, I just need him to put his stamp on 1 or 2 games per series. And for me right now, he's ramping up to the playoffs because he has not played.
Yeah, and
that's
why
November.
I asked that. That's why I asked that question.
But here and let's add this on. Dragic is known to turn up in the playoffs. Like he's historically known to be a way better player in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's known
that's
for
an
being
intangible.
clutch.
That's an intangible you cannot you can't copy.
Yeah,
so,
and I personally think he's been. I think Dragic. I'm kind of with some people here, like Todd and Smith. Like me personally, I'm happy with Dragic. Right, like he's 35. Jay said he hasn't played from November. He's still figuring out this team, but his impact was felt immediately. And exactly to Joey's point, he's definitely not a negative. His impact was felt immediately, and the guy is Stephen Austin. This I'll agree with you, right? Don't agree with your Kyrie stuff, but this I agree with you.
his penetration, right? Like pause.
Yeah.
He's been. Yeah, I said pause.
Hey, yo.
The motherfucker's been. The motherfucker. He has been. How many times have we not seen the dude take it to the inside and then chip it out to somebody else? He did have, I believe, a good pass tonight. Like I felt he's been needed. And let's put it this way. Imagine we didn't sign him and we were still relying on Patty to do some of the shit that we've asked Dragic to do.
Or make it work. We still have Javon Carter on the team.
I was about to say,
exactly.
Yes,
there you go.
Mohawk Carter.
Yes.
But yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
I'm just saying. I wasn't saying I'm just saying I was frustrated at times with like some of his late game like stuff and turnovers. But that's just. I'm not saying he's been bad for the team. Like he's had his games. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just saying I get frustrated sometimes.
Yeah, I'll say this: every game he has one mistake, and that mistake is just terrible.
Crucial.
It's arguably the worst.
Crucial. Remember that fourth quarter when we were trying to inbound? I think it was against the Blazers. We could not inbound the ball. Like we literally had Goran was turning it over at late minute, and like it was a close. We could have lost that game.
Remember last season in one of the streams when we said when the Nets were at their worst with rebounding and like coming from inbound. Like I said, anything that has the word bounding in it, we suck at, right? Like that's how last year it was worse. We couldn't inbound the ball for the life of us last year. We've gotten way better this year, but I mean, listen, I think you also have to garner your expectation. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but let's have realistic expectations of what Dragic can provide right now at 35 arguably at the end of his career. Mm-hmm. It's probably it's got to be on the table that this could potentially be his last season, maybe next year at most. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm still glad we have him because he is going to be at those certain moments where he is going to make, because he still does have great basketball IQ, and he's going to make the right play. Yeah. Is his age and his knee going to sometimes rear its ugly head, and his speed, like he's faster than some people on our team at 35. So
and here's the messed up part, and I'll down on this hill. He's one of our best rebounding guards.
Wow.
Like genuinely, he gets more rebounds than a lot of guards on our team. Like he's probably behind Bruce. Like if you really look at his stats and just look at his game, he fills up. He gets his rebounds. He gets rebounds.
He's still a hustle. He's still a hustle player. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, he does get rebounds.
Yeah. So real quick before we get out of here, J2, like what was the spiciest shit? Anything in Spaces that was the hot topic? Anything crazy? Anything? I don't think was there any earth-shattering news, but what was like? Was it just the JJ shit party or what? What was it?
It started out being that. Trying to think.
People were frustrated with us losing. I mean, not losing, but people were frustrated with being so close to the Pistons.
Nah, well, people were frustrated with how we played against the Pistons, but one of the last people who spoke ran off the Pistons schedule, like teams that they've been playing, and shut a lot of people up because they were like, yo, you shitting on the Pistons like they a scrub team, but
oh yeah, did you hear what KD said, Jay?
Nah.
KD, just pause right there, and then I'll just continue. KD, we played it on here. The first reporter asked him about, like, verbatim, almost like what you said, and KD looked at him like, yo, they're not scrubs. He's like, they've been playing good basketball lately, and they feel good about themselves. He's like, we're not taking them. We don't view them like that. He's like, that's not how we view these teams. Like, he's like, we're not taking that shit for granted at all. He said they've been playing good basketball lately.
No, well, to that point, because what it shows, and a lot of people have their self-awareness, even when they're made to be known that they're wrong, they lack self-awareness because they look at the Pistons and they say the Pistons record stinks, which means they must be a terrible team and we're supposed to be blowing them out. Since the end of January. The Pistons lost to the Nuggets by 5. The Pistons lost to the Nuggets by 6. The Pistons beat the Cavaliers. Pistons lost to the Celtics by 9. Pistons
playing good team. They're playing decent basketball.
Professionals at the end of the day. Like,
the Pistons beat the Celtics. The Pistons beat the Cavaliers again. The Pistons beat the Hornets. The Pistons beat the Raptors. The Pistons beat the Hawks.
Damn, look
the
at
Pistons
Jay
lost
just
to the
bringing
Bulls.
in info.
Pistons lost to the Bulls by 6. Pistons lost to the Clippers by 4. Pistons lost to the Heat by 7. Pistons lost to the Cavs by 4. The Pistons beat the Hawks by 21.
Damn.
Jay, I think you proved your point, Jay.
This ain't a scrub team.
No, they're
like
exactly.
Like,
No, it's true.
you all when you look at a team's record and say, "Oh, we're supposed to blow them out," you're not putting this shit into context. They're not an easy out.
Nope.
Stop looking at all these teams like they easy outs. They're not.
And pre-spaces too. I think I made the comment, and I know other people echo it, is that have you also noticed that the Nets struggle against young, very forward, tall, bigger, faster teams? They just do.
Teams that have good wings.
Yep.
Yeah. Young athletic wings.
Young athletic wings. Yeah, we struggle against. But hey, real quick, I don't know if this is the same where Brooklyn at on Twitter. If it is, either way. If it's not, appreciate the super chat. He said, "What's going on, gentlemen? Just getting on. Much needed W tonight. Facts."
Shout out to where Brooklyn at, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, somebody said facts. Chubbs was right. Dragic, got 6 rebounds. So Chubbs knows this shit too.
Dragic fills the stat sheet up. He's literally like probably his last couple games giving us like 9, 6, and 6 off the bench. Like, he's giving us something. So let him just catch his groove.
Yeah, no, that was a great point by Jay about the Pistons.
Another question, Jay, before we do get out of here, and AJ, or you can give your last words. But did you have another great battle between you and Draymond on Spaces? Was there another great?
There's been a lot of talk about that.
Him and because we know him by Da Vinci in our Discord, and he never shows up on here. I don't see him in here, but he shows up on the Spaces. And I will just say, if you haven't made a Spaces, if you haven't made a Twitter account just to join the Spaces, you are missing out on some of the greatest conversations that have ever taken place in basketball Nets history. The conversations between Jay and Da Vinci, or Draymond, better known, are legendary. Did you guys have did we have another legendary battle?
I wouldn't say legendary, because he started going. He got upset that I said that Cade was dominating KD, and he said that Cade was scoring on everybody except KD. He said he only scored on him once, and then he said, well, maybe he scored on him 3 plays. I put a video on the top where he scored on him 4 times. I said, I'm going to tag you. I said, my children have a half day of school tomorrow. I said, I'm going to rewatch the game, and I'm going to send you a clip of every time he gets scored on. And when I send you more than 3, are you going to apologize for the first time in your life for being wrong? He was like, nah, I ain't going to apologize. Okay, thank you.
Listen, the one thing I'm going to give Draymond, dude, is like, he'll come up, bro, and he'll state his case, and sometimes he makes some decent points. But he'll die on a hill on something, even if he gets proven right.
Nah, I love KD, but he was getting. He was.
But
KD was cooking back. KD had 40 on him, so it wasn't like KD then.
KD was definitely cooking back.
He was cooking back.
That second half was flawless from KD.
He was cooking back. So I'm not gonna hold you. Cade is tough though.
There's a reason why he's KD again tonight. But imagine KD's head over Kyrie.
There's a reason why Cade was drafted first overall. He's gonna be tough. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be great, bro.
He's the rookie of the year, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be great.
This seems like
he's on a terrible team, so he won't win it. But to me, he's the rookie of the year.
Yeah. A terrible team,
oh, real quick, J2. This seems to be a continued question. I think this is Nicholas is going to propose this to everybody. Asked Jay. He asked Scoop yesterday, and I believe Scoop. He said turkey bacon and fake eggs because he eats healthy. But Nicholas wants to know: are you a bacon, egg, and cheese or a chopped cheese guy?
Yeah,
I'm a turkey BLT guy.
Okay.
Oh wow.
No. Please explain to me because I don't. I probably know what it is, but I've forgotten. What the hell is chopped cheese?
It's kind of like a cheesesteak.
That's a good
but
question.
it's
not really a well.
Okay,
really describe. It's hard to
because I
describe,
haven't heard that
actually.
term. And probably I've heard it,
It's-
but I haven't. Maybe if
like
it's an East Coast
melted.
thing,
It's like
I haven't
melted.
heard it in a long time.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead, Chubbs.
Take a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Mince it back to like ground beef form.
Yeah, because there's minced meat in
Take
it.
some peppers and onions and regular regular toppings to a burger, and just put it in between a hero or a roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then you season it with some sazon or adobo or some whatever the hell the seasoning they put in there.
And then they melt the cheese. They melt the cheese on it.
Look at Todd Packer,
which is
bread with
just-
Frito-Lay cheese dip.
which is just like a cheesesteak.
Okay.
It's in different
Just like
form.
But it's like
it's the same
beef,
animal,
though, isn't
different
it?
form. It's the
Yeah,
same
you're
animal.
right. Yeah.
It's a burger that somebody said it's
It's
a
like
burger
minced
that
ground
they
beef
chop and
with
do
melted
like cheesesteak. I'm gonna have to try that shit out. Is this Da Vinci? Did I read this right?
Yeah.
He
that
just
is-
said Jay is felonious. I'm Utmore Da Vinci too. I don't appreciate Jay's false takes on what is. He's too gross. Jay, listen, Utmore. To be honest with you, though, like I said, I gave you props. I said sometimes you come in and you have good takes, but there are some times where you make a statement and you get proven wrong by Jay or somebody else says something, and you won't die. You won't admit you're wrong. I won't.
What part?
I wasn't there
what
tonight.
part did I lie about though?
Yeah. What part did you lie about? I want to know.
I said exactly what I said to him, and the man responded and said he's not going to apologize even when he's proven wrong. I didn't lie on that.
Cade did not cook KD. Oh, come on. Listen, Cade, listen. There were a few times because I did watch the game.
Trust me, bro.
too.
I
Da
love
Vinci,
Katie
you're
dearly.
telling
I
me-
love
yeah.
Katie dearly.
So
and
basically,
he did
Da
have
Vinci
buckets on
is
him.
saying that Jay's full of shit. I'm full of shit. AJ's full of shit. Geez, Chubbs, did you see Cade cook KD a couple times? Because you were at the game. Did you see that?
Yeah, no, he got fried.
Okay, so yeah, Rage was actually at the game. Saw him get fried in person a
Is
couple
Rage still
times.
in here? Rage got a Rage. What
Yo,
did you see, Rage?
he did a reverse layup on KD like it was nothing. Like he was a child.
Yeah, he had like a. I remember he had that deep three in the last fourth.
Hey, AJ, somebody wants you to put a poll up for Draymond.
Put a poll for Draymond.
there was one.
What
play
should the
where
poll
Cade-
say?
All right, I'll put the poll up.
We'll see. We'll give it. Yeah,
We'll see
and
what
then-
everybody says.
Yeah,
but Katie was cooking back. Because trust me, I love Katie, but Katie,
Katie
it's not
was
like
killing it. We're not
it's not a
knocking his
bad
game,
thing that he
but-
got cooked by Cade, bro. Because Cade will cook a lot of people in this league. Cade will cook a bunch of people in this league.
I
You know what I'm
guarantee
saying?
you,
Cade,
if you ask
Cade
KD,
is one of those ones, yo.
Yeah, he's a first round draft pick.
He's
I
a
bet you if you-
legit number one pick.
I mean, number one.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a number one pick.
and I bet you, and this is where I was arguing with Jay too earlier, and this is part of the reason about the JJ thing. I'm like, dude, they were doing it to our whole team. It wasn't just like one thing. Like they were hitting shots on everybody on our team. So it's like, I don't know, like.
Katie cooked him back though.
that-
Like,
that-
it wasn't like just one sided. I was trying to make.
I guarantee
it wasn't
you
one
if you-
sided though. I'm just trying.
And
to
if
say.
you ask
No, but
KD, I bet you if you ask KD, he would admit Cade got him a couple times. I guarantee you would admit it.
But nah, Cade's one of those ones. I had a little whole thing where Rage is like, who's better? I was like, Jalen Green's better, but nah, Cade got it.
At first, I had
Cade
Jalen Green.
got
for
it.
a lot of
Cade-
the year, but-
Yo, mute yourself, Chubbs. Come on, man. Stop.
But
You
I
like
didn't
Jalen
even-
Green, bro?
It was just a start. Yeah, it was just a
It's
start.
not.
I
It's
thought-
not about not liking him, but I don't know how anybody would say Jalen better than Cade. Like, come on, man.
Should we let Da Vinci come up, AJ? Or are we gonna get out of here?
Hey, let me
Nah,
let
I
me
was trying
let
to
me
add
say
this.
this. Let me say this about the game though. because like I don't know what happened that I couldn't get on during halftime, and like y'all were talking about
I was trying to add
how
you
everybody
in, but it
was.
wasn't, yeah.
No, it's cool. How everybody was the way they were shooting in the first half. You know, the funny thing about it is a couple of those threes that Isaiah Stewart hit. I'm cool with him taking those.
Yeah.
Yo, if you hit him, cool. But one of the biggest takeaways, especially in the first half for me, was that nobody was helping Cade and Kyrie. Like literally nobody was helping. Seth Curry had 3 points going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, thank God he showed up at the end and hit those. Like the fourth quarter, I will say, thank God the bench. And this goes to my earlier point. Thank you for bringing that up, Jay. As I said, listen, guys, when the role players don't show up and it's squarely on KD and Kyrie to carry, we can lose, guys. Yes, we have KD and Kyrie, but if the rest of the dudes are not showing up consistently, we're gonna lose against teams that you think we should beat. And we're going to lose against good teams. That is like, at this point until Ben gets here, like, we're also going to go as far as our bench can also, like, chip in. If they're not showing up, and I said it tonight, like, if the bench doesn't show up and we don't communicate on defense, we are a beatable team, even with KD and Kyrie. And at the end of the day, that is just straight facts, whether you like it or not. KD and Kyrie can't do it all for you. They can't play for the role players. They can't make them play defense. They can't make them step up and make those shots. You know, like they have to show up.
Yeah. They're arguing in the chat.
I don't know if you would.
Oh, go ahead, Jay. My fault.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they're arguing in the chat that Cade got most of his buckets in garbage time.
But think about this though, too, to add that and let Jay, and then we'll let Jay go. P Fell Ram, you're proving our point. We didn't say Cade was cooking KD all night. We said KD got cooked by Cade a few times during certain quarters. So you're kind of proving our point. That's what we're saying. Cade did cook KD a few times. That's our whole point. But let
me add to that garbage time comment. That wasn't garbage time. The starters were still in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Garbage time is when third stringers are in there. That's not what garbage time is.
It wasn't garbage time.
Now
it was tied.
But they were down by 2 and 4 points consistently in the fourth quarter. How is that garbage time?
And it was a close game. But what were you gonna say, Jay?
God. I don't even remember, man. That shit threw me off. Garbage time. It's a damn close game.
That's what the chat is saying.
Yeah, that's
but why is the chat acting like Cade scoring on KD? I mean, that's not a bad thing, bro. It's the NBA.
Cade is he's a great rookie. And
he's a number one pick, and he's gonna be a future star in the league. Like, why y'all like saying it's a bad thing? Like KD got scored on that KD.
And here's my thing.
Somebody DM me a graphic. Cade has scored in 3 games before. In 3 games this season, Cade has scored a lot of points on KD. He scored on KD more than any other defender that we've had on him this season.
Yeah,
and that's based on NBA.com.
Yes,
but KD goes right back at him though. And I remember during the there was a Pistons game, right? There was a Pistons game. I forgot which one it was, but it was literally KD and Cade. KD was talking to him like, come at me. Like he likes this. He likes when like
what I think people and this is the part where I think, and I don't know if it has to do with age, if it has to do with stands, but I will say this. People have to be like, yes, KD is a superstar. We love KD. I'm so glad he's on my team. But just because you talk about another player like playing really well against your favorite best player on your team is not a bad thing. It's just part of basketball. I've said it before. I guarantee you Kyrie would give KD props for KD would give Cade props for some of the shit that he was doing tonight when he was guarding him. I guarantee you. The way his first thing he said in his interview when they asked him that question was like, yo, these dudes have been playing good and they're feeling good about themselves, so we don't take them lightly. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, KD can't be perfect on every possession and every defensive situation that he's in, right? Especially, imagine how many, another great thing, take some of the best defenders in the game, and how has KD made them look stupid? right? Like, and you're gonna say, "Yo, KD cooked that motherfucker," even though he played great defense. How many times have you seen a dude play KD the best defense that you could play on a man, hand in his face, and KD still pulls up and says, "See ya."
In this NBA, it's really hard. I'm
like,
not gonna lie. In this NBA, it's hard to get stops now. Like these guys are so good. It's really hard to like lock somebody up. And the scoring this year has been crazy. We've even seen Cat go 50, Kyrie 50, LeBron 50. Like these guys can score at a high level. So it's really hard to ask somebody to like lock somebody up like for a full game. It's
the
tough.
poll. Draymond's winning the poll.
Rage, let me read Rage's comment because Rage was at the game and Rage is from Detroit. Let me read Rage's comment. Cade was cooking KD.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did my bad. Go for it. Here we go. Sorry.
Yeah,
go
Cade was cooking KD. Nothing wrong with that though. Cade is a great player, but I don't think KD should be guarding Cade. Yeah, I said that too. I don't think KD was carrying us. I don't think he shouldn't have been guarding.
Didn't KD almost twist his ankle tonight too? That shit gave me a heart attack.
I never heard the whole group literally said, "Oh," like it was just like gas. Like, please, God, no.
That shit gave me a heart attack. I
Yo,
saw.
Chubb, you were there with the Asians?
No, that's fucked up, bro.
No, there were a bunch of Asian groups there. Like I ain't being racist. There were a bunch of Asian groups there.
Yeah,
I didn't say you were racist. I just laughed.
I wasn't near that section. I was 120. That's that little section. But...
No, there was something tonight though. You're right. They did honor. Yeah. They did honor something at half court tonight though.
Yeah, right APPI or something. Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Yo, going to Rage's point, because I wanted to talk about that when I saw it go up on the board. If we're gonna be honest, Kessler should have been in there guarding Cade.
Yeah, I agree.
Kessler should have been in there guarding him.
Yep.
There's no getting around it. But that just shows you the makeup of our team. We don't have wings. Yeah. And that's what we need. We need wings.
Yep.
Yeah. It's how tough it is to score 40 and then guard the best guy at the other end. That's tough. That's tough to do, bro.
Yo, did y'all talk about these two plays that we got so damn upset because it happened right by us.
Are you talking about the fouls not being called?
I'm talking about two of them. One of them that was called. I don't remember if the second one was called, but I don't want to see this guy do well at all from what he did today. Killian Hayes. Did y'all see when he undercut KD?
I missed that. No. Actually, I did see that. Yo, and KD yelled at him. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck, bro?" Like,
Killian Hayes is a whole come up. He is terrible. He is a literal.
That was the Giannis Kyrie play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But we down there yelling, "Yo, man, that is not basketball." Like, I don't know what you're doing, but that is not basketball. And the second play was Isaiah Stewart, who pushed KD when he was in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, the referees, you got basically
hurt,
exactly. Those are two basic flagrant fouls that you have to call if you're attempting to protect your stars.
I agree. No, we actually didn't. Those are good points because I didn't even bring up because we were talking about so many things, but that's facts to that. Like, because my heart stopped when I saw him limping, and then they showed the review when he stepped on his ankle
too, bro.
So, but thank God it didn't go fold, right? Like it kind of, you saw the twist, but it wasn't that like high ankle sprain. It wasn't the fold. It's like one of those ones that I bet you he's feeling right now. Probably he'll feel tomorrow a little bit, but it's
good thing KD wears oversized shoes because maybe I think most of his shoe took the twist of that.
But to add on as like to lighten up the mood, Todd Parker said it best. Why didn't JJ fight anybody? I believe he was on the court when that happened. Why ain't you throw no hands?
He should have thrown hands of a killing hand.
I don't know if he was on the court.
Yeah, I don't know if he was.
Air, bro. KD got a rebound in the air and was like, this guy just put his like back.
Yeah, I don't know if he was on the court. I'm pretty sure he was on the bench.
Yeah, bro.
But I'm about to log off because
we all are.
I'm seeing Nash is a big problem, man. I'm like, oh, here we go, man.
No, we are Nash has his moments. We've all agreed, but not one of y'all that are saying Nash is a big problem, Joanne. Where was the Nash is a big problem when we smoked? This was one of Draymond's things. Draymond didn't want to give Nash any credit on the Heat win, right, for making adjustments in that first quarter and then going on and like the team communicating. Like everybody else deserved the credit but Steve Nash in that game. Like Nash apparently didn't do anything in the Heat game deserve any did people not see that first quarter where
told me I was being an asshole?
Yes, he did, because he didn't want to hear it. Yeah.
Like that's did Nash a bad game tonight?
No. Well, no. So this was like after, I think it was the Charlotte game when we lost, right? And arguably when we lose, people do lose their minds. And the conversation came up about Nash. Draymond came up, had a conversation with Jay, and he was just cooking up on Nash. But like we brought up, and I've been arguing like, yo, dude, keep the same energy. Like when we have a win, I don't hear any whining and complaining about Nash being the worst coach ever, or you don't acknowledge when he actually recognizes as a coach to make adjustments, which he did in that first quarter. And then credit to the team. It was an all-around team win from coaching to players where they recognized, they put the right players in, and the team communicated, and they played some of the best defense they played all season. And they didn't even have – Cade and Kyrie didn't even have their best offensive games, but we had multiple people in double figures, and everybody participated, and we had one of our best performances of the year. But Nash gets zero credit for that. That to me is not fair and not keeping the same energy. Even though I'm frustrated with Nash at times and his love affair with James Johnson at times, or other times where we're like, yo, Kessler would be better here, or, you know, and even Jay has acknowledged that, yo, it would have been better to have this dude than that. Like, nobody wants to give Nash any credit on the good things or the wins or when he does make the right decision. They just want to shit on him when he does bad. That is a fact.
You forgetting the part though. Draymond's whole point was Nash didn't need the coach in the he didn't coach in the Miami game because we were up 30.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Draymond, you did say that, bro. Listen, we will one day
we were up 30.
One day we will have, and if Jay wants to, we'll have a Draymond and Jay moment. We've been on long enough. We want to get off, but I'm sure we'll set up
and bring up the other guy too who said he's gonna make me cry or something. Like,
okay, we'll have a battle. We'll have a battle stream. BFB. Oh, BFB's a fool though. That's his trying to troll you. He's just troll. BFB's troll.
Yeah, he a fool.
Yeah, he's just a troller. He's a pussycat, as they say. But yeah, no, Draymond, we'll get you up here. We're gonna get you up here, but we're gonna shut it down. We'll have a proper, respectful battle between Draymond and Jay on Nets Kingdom. The people want it. We will provide it.
So what's the judging criteria for the debate? Like who gets
so we'll bring up topics.
Like around the horn.
Listen, I will say this.
Topics not even related to
around the horn.
We can have topics, right? And if a statement is made, we are going to use actual video, statistical facts. I don't want to hear, well, I once played basketball, so this must be true. We can't be doing that. We need to do legit. We need to back up our statements with legit, like video and stat evidence. That is where the decisions will be made, and that's what will decide who's the winner. I'm not going to do what ifs or my opinions or I think. Like, no, it's going to be, you got to be able to prove your point with facts. That's how it's going to go. And, you know, you can either be a sore loser or you can be like graciously accept the L. But until then, Jay, we appreciate you coming up. AJ.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything, Chubbs? I'm glad you and Rage got to meet tonight. I think that's awesome. Yo, Jay, see this, and then we'll leave with this. But
Oh,
The
Rage asked me.
The twins. These guys are the twins.
Rage said he's in Times Square. He's looking for chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese
in Times Square.
I told him
My
like
God.
you gotta go to like a deli or a bodega, bro. Like I don't know if they're gonna have it. Like
you gotta go to Harlem and you gotta get out of Manhattan.
You see, you gotta get out of Manhattan because
I don't think we want to be sending Rage around New York City without any guys.
The ones in Times Square would be
Rage
like
left,
touristy.
He left Brooklyn to look for a chopped cheese in Manhattan. My God.
He's not from here. That's how you know he's a tourist.
He's from Detroit, bro. You gotta cut him some slack. Him and Moms are out there.
Yeah, Rage, don't. You know what? Yeah, don't.
Yeah, it's too expensive.
Yeah, don't go to Manhattan. Yeah, when you're in Brooklyn or go to Queens, go to the Bronx. Go to the Bronx, probably.
Dude, I don't know, but you listen, bro.
For a bodega, for a good chopped cheese, for good chopped cheese.
You're talking to a guy that's not been around New York, and you're just gonna send Rage into like
you're trying to get him hurt, man.
Look,
bro, he's just gonna get a chopped cheese and leave. It's not like he's gonna like.
But you're sending. Okay, exactly. Listen, I'm old enough and been around to know you're about to send young Rage with his mom on a chopped cheese.
Just stay in Manhattan,
adventure.
Man, stay in Manhattan.
Into God knows where to look for chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese adventure.
It's not like Rage is packing heat or anything, bro.
Yo. Don't act like New York is like this, man. New York
is like
there's bad parts of
of
New York, but it's not like that all the time.
Yeah, bro. But how easy? Okay, but how even today? How easy is it to make a wrong turn somewhere in New York?
Yeah,
no, you're right.
Looking for chopped cheese.
But Saint here.
I'm just saying, it's easy. It's easy.
Because Saint here, like I told.
Would you tell Rage to go in Newark and start looking for chopped cheese in Newark?
Oh God!
Oh hell no!
Now, like out of all places, I really didn't recommend any corner stores in New York. That's like just avoid it. It ain't really.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But like,
we love Rage.
I say go to the deli in 10th Avenue or something like that.
Yeah, like yo, go to Nostrand Ave and get a sandwich from the deli. Like what? No.
Now, if Rage was with one of us and we were in New York, he'd be cool. If he's with Chubbs, he's with AJ, he's with Jay, he's with me. Like it would be different, but we can't be sending him out on.
Yeah, I'm not sending you nowhere with your mom.
Like fucking Harry Potter chopped cheese adventure. Like can't be doing that.
Oh no.
Yo, the chopped cheese adventure is crazy.
Dude, and I'm gonna add this on. Rage took the subway after the game. They didn't even know how the shit worked at 10 p.m.
Oh, Rage!
So it was like I really had to give him a whole guideline. Yo, keep your head on a swivel. Like, yo, homeless people, crackheads, and it's dangerous excursion.
And when the lights go out in the subway, don't panic. Make sure, and when the lights go out in the subway, just keep note of where people were sitting, and if they appear closer, run. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, Rage.
They never
Rage, if you taking public transportation, don't stare at people, yo.
Hey,
do not stare.
Yeah, you're granted a 2-second window to make sure they're not doing no funny business.
If somebody's looking at you, don't say
at them again.
If somebody's looking at you, don't say excuse me. What did you say? Don't say that either. And listen, Draymond,
don't
I'm
say
from
hi.
Jersey. Yeah.
Don't say what's up.
Oh yeah. Oh, you from Detroit? Yeah. Don't say what's up. Do not say what's up.
Yeah. Don't say what's up.
Because apparently, like a lot of people from like Michigan told me, like, yo, saying what's up is like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't
Draymond,
say. May I help you?
Yeah.
What
don't
you want?
say anything.
Why you looking at me?
Yeah.
Don't
head
speak
on a
at
swivel.
all, yo.
And yeah. Keep mom right next to you. Matter of fact, put your arm under her arm and just sit there. But I'm sorry, Draymond.
And
I'm from Jersey, so I can slander Newark. I know there's some cool spots in Newark, but I'm sorry, bro. I know about Newark too.
It's expensive in Manhattan, but Ray should just I guess if you want to be safe, you should just stay in Manhattan.
Yeah, nah, but it's ultimately safer. It's
actually, yo, Rage, I was bugging. Don't go to the Bronx, bro. The Bronx is bad. That's bad work. I'm bugging, bro. Don't go to the Bronx. Don't go to the Bronx, bro. I'm bugging. Well, I noticed how I said Brooklyn first. I said
trying to set them up.
I said go to Brooklyn first. I didn't say. I said Brooklyn first, and then I said go to the Bronx.
You don't have Rage on Gun Hill Road like that.
Rage is never going to come back to New York if he starts.
The first place in New York is not the Bronx. If you visiting New York, don't go to the Bronx. Don't go to the Bronx.
No, don't. Please don't.
No, No.
There's people in the Bronx that don't want to go. There's people that live in the Bronx that don't want to go to the Bronx.
Exactly, Nicholas. Liquor stores in Newark be lit. Yeah, don't be. Yeah, there's some things you just don't do if you're not from there. There's things you just don't do if you're not prepared.
I said Bronx has too many fires.
Somebody said Ray Isaac says come to Flushing.
Hey, okay.
That's insane.
So fun, dude.
Yo, we gotta get out of here.
Dude, we're gonna get a phone call tomorrow from Rage in the hospital. Fucking, I didn't give a chop cheese.
Y'all gonna make me call Rage, make sure he's good now. Y'all got me.
Yeah, I'm gonna text him all night, like every hour. You okay, Rage? You okay?
Go to the hotel. Let's go straight to the hotel.
Yo, nah, I'm an L for this. I didn't even recommend them juniors. I forgot to recommend them juniors. I forgot to recommend them juniors.
That cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Nah, there's a juniors in Times Square.
But I forgot to say juniors in general. I didn't even bring it up.
Yeah, we got Ray. It's
Yes,
like
in Times Square.
It's like starting to get to the middle of the night in New York, and we're sending Rage out at like fucking damn near 1 o'clock.
Yo,
in the
Rage,
morning
y'all
for a
staying in
chopped
Times
cheese.
Square?
Why is he in Times
He's
Square?
in Times Square.
Is that where you guys are staying?
That's where they're staying?
I'm about to
Yeah, that's where they're staying. He's in 42nd Street. They got hotels over there, so he's probably staying in one of those.
His mom paying for everything?
I guess so. Like they like.
Hey, tell him to go to Rage. Go to Yeah, I don't know why I forgot the name of this barbecue spot in Times Square. Virgil's. Go to Virgil's.
Virgil's.
And get the wings.
Rage is a young buck, man. He's still Rage is still he don't Rage don't have we need to protect Rage.
Nah, that's why I'm telling you.
We need to allow Rage exactly. We need
Yo,
we
I
need
Draymond
Rage
said go to your
become an
hotel
adult.
and call Uber Eats.
Uber
Eats.
He said go to your hotel and call Uber Eats. Don't be outside.
No.
Oh, okay. Rage is
Like
here.
I
Rage is
said.
here.
Yo, Rage.
I don't stare at no one. I hate eye contact. I don't even think I'll talk to anyone that I don't know.
Rage, where are you right now, bro? Are you at the hotel, Rage?
Yeah, he's probably at the hotel.
Yes. Are you safe?
I just texted you where you at. Now you're gonna be in comment on the stream.
Yeah.
Yo, Rage. Go to you and your mom want to go to Virgil's and get the wings. The wings are so fire, yo.
Yeah, and Rage.
I think they're an appetizer.
Yeah, but I also recommended you Brooklyn Chop House. Go to that too. Go to that. Get the soup dumplings and get the sirloin. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
You on with the good? Ooh.
No, we really. No, I really put him and his mom on to like some good local spots. But like, thing with local food in New York, you really gotta find it. There's too many.
When I come there, I probably am. To be quite honest, I'm probably not going to leave Brooklyn just because I want to soak up Brooklyn. I want to soak up the whole. I'll if I'm with somebody, if I meet, like say Jay goes, hey, you want to go to dinner, but it's over here, I'll do that. But why
would I suggest somewhere not in Brooklyn though?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe some. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Ray,
the best food is in Brooklyn, honestly.
Yeah, Ray, if you're still listening, but if Thursday you're in Brooklyn for the game, go to Canal Street if you want to go shopping and shit. Just it's in there. It's in that vicinity.
Draymond said, "Does Rage have on black Tims or construction joints? Those going to play a part in his selection."
So I said, Rage go to a food stand.
Go to the chicken shacks in Newark. They're valid.
No, why is it?
Don't even go to Newark.
Don't go to Newark, bro.
DJ said, Rage go to a food stand.
Don't go to Newark.
I'm currently still in the subway. Can't find my way home. What the hell?
Oh no, bro.
Okay, no, he's at. Okay,
Jay,
no, he's joking.
Somebody's got to. That would be crazy, bro. Like we're sending out search parties for Rage in the fucking subway system. Oh man.
Nah, Rage. You want a real fun spot in Brooklyn? Go to East New York.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Rage, don't do that. Don't do that.
Rage, take my ex to Z 130 in Staten Island. Oh, gee, now they got people
Rage
trying to
think
take
he going 8 Mile, yo. Rage, don't go to the east, man.
Yo,
Rage, go to food trucks.
That's Beirut, damn near. Like.
Go to White Castle in downtown Newark.
What's that building where you go all the way to the top and you can see the whole city? I forgot what it was called again. Where everybody usually goes, and they like take a picture.
World Trade.
No, not that one. It's the sky. It's like the sky. No, I'm trying to.
The skyline. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's
I
like
want
you
to.
can-
I just want to. I. The one place I didn't play too much when I was there was Brooklyn, and there's a lot of places in Brooklyn that like the Brooklyn. I just want to go there and just stay. I don't even want to. I want to fly in. What is it? JFK. Fly in JFK. That's the closest, and then just like get over to Brooklyn and just stay there. Like that's all I plan.
Nah, closest is LaGuardia.
LaGuardia's?
Oh,
Okay, I couldn't remember because I think Chubbs, didn't you tell me to do JFK or did you tell me to do LaGuardia? I couldn't remember.
Either
all I know is I want to fly
say
into the easiest place and the quickest to get me to Brooklyn, and then I can just chill for the week that I'm there. That's like my whole.
Well, LaGuardia and JFK are both kind of thing. LaGuardia, you're more leaning towards Queens. JFK, you're like in the damn near heart of Brooklyn, damn near.
JFK, you damn near in Long Island, man.
Oh yeah, that's damn near that is Long Island, damn near. Yeah, I say LaGuardia. I say LaGuardia.
Right.
Yeah, I'm about to go to bed because y'all got
y'all.
girls and boys video chat, yo.
Yeah,
like, what
they've
the
been
hell?
coming in. They on this stream.
Spamming in here for some reason.
They've been spamming tonight. Like we.
It's called the Edge. That's what it's called, Rage. Go to the Edge, bro.
Nah,
yo, DJ said,
go to Ebbets Field and stuff.
Yo, Rage, get your mom to take you to
Field,
yo. Get your mom to take you to a club. Go to Limelight. Go to I don't know. Dude, if Rage went to the fucking Limelight
Rage,
with
anybody telling you to go to Ebbets Field, don't be their friend, yo. That's literally where I grew up, and I refuse to bring my children there, yo.
Rage
they be
said
like,
some of y'all are trying
you
to
grew
kill
up
me.
there? Yeah, I grew up there, and I'll point to it when we drive by.
You're like, bye.
No, if in today's terms, that's like say, yo, go to the Bronx and yell out "woo." You're gonna get shot.
Don't do that, man.
Don't do that. You're gonna get beat up.
I'm telling you, Rage, the Edge, man. Go to the Edge. Get tickets and go to the Edge, bro.
All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Rage, I'm glad you're back there. Enjoy Thursday's game. I expect some in-game, after-game news reporting. I'm glad you and Chubbs got to meet up today. That's sick. Yeah, we got the W. End of the day, we got a W that we need. I appreciate Jay.
Yeah, we're Rage sitting on Thursday.
Rage, where are you sitting on Thursday? Throw that in there so you can connect with Jay. You can always send Jay a DM on Twitter too. Probably better to send him a DM on Twitter as well. But Rage, where are you at on Thursday? Do you know?
He'll DM. He'll probably DM you.
All right, we'll see if he answers in 1 minute. If not, we'll get out of here. Yeah, good.
Peoples Hernandez, that's not the Dodgers stomping grounds anymore. You getting stomped there, though. That ain't the Dodgers stomping grounds.
You getting stomped there.
Yeah, they used to play there. That's it. You getting stomped. There ain't no stomping grounds. You getting stomped.
Look at, of course, Isaac would say some shit like this. Visit those massage places. Isaac, this is so just like you, bro. Isaac is that man. He probably knows where every massage parlor is. Oh, said, bro, I'm sitting high as shit, bro. Like section 203.
Oh, he's sitting up there with Sting, yo, in the rafters.
But y'all could probably meet halftime, bro, or before. Like, you guys could connect just to get a
before the game.
If
he get there before the game, I'll be there. What time the game starts? 7:30. I'll be there like before 7.
Facts. Connect with him, Rage. But all right, we'll get out of here. Rage, appreciate you, Chubbs, Jay, AJ. Always a pleasure.
Yo, good night, everybody.
Night, man. We out.